Yeah, you're Alice, and you're looking over at Peter.
This is a story of a lovely lady.
Sorry for my
A
in
few
and out here,
children
but
got lost in the transfer.
I've never been good at reverse controls.
I'm not a fan of my trying to clean up my background because I'm like,
It's fine.
I don't want it looking like my nasty basement.
Well,
Let's talk about nasty basement.
Yeah.
so the
But I'm trying to I want to shove everything out of camera view.
there you go. All right. Well, so everybody, hello and welcome to Fiasco. And as suspected, getting started was kind of a fiasco. So it's always fun when you're trying to corral 5 people into one screen. So here we are. Just so you know, I don't know if we're going to be able to really monitor the chat. So, talks amongst yourselves and be nice to each other. And, be sure to socially distance in the chat, please. I think that's very appropriate and responsible, unlike people who game at each other's houses.
We'll just pretend they're saying positive things.
I don't think we have to pretend. I think, I think they should be saying positive things in any event. So tonight we are going to be playing Fiasco. If you haven't figured that out by the title of the link you clicked on to get here, we are going to be walking through a adventure together, and this one's going to be entitled The Zoo. We picked this ahead of time so that I can theme everything appropriately and have some fun with that. So why don't we do this real quick? Let's just go around the horn and just kind of say who you are, and if you want to say you give yourself a plug or anything. If you do anything cool and fancy and fun, why don't you do so? We'll start with over here.
Me?
We'll with Marcia over here on this side.
I am Emily Detmer. I am 1/5 of the Incorrigible Party, live play D&D podcast, RPG
Excellent.
podcast.
Excellent. A lot of fun. Highly recommend.
Thank you.
And below you, Emily, we have my friend Victor.
I'm just a geek that plays board games. No Twitter handle, no YouTube channel. I do run the Central Pennsylvania Game Club.
There you go.
Oh.
And, viewers of past episodes will know Victor's been here once or twice for different things. And the last time we played Fiasco, he was here. And we all got dressed up, which is a lot harder when Amazon takes a week plus to get you stuff now. Let me just say.
Yeah.
It's not as much fun. I had full intentions of getting a pit helmet and a safari shirt. I thought that'd be great. Be things I can wear again. I think that's important. All right, yeah. So moving along here to myself.
Hi, I'm Pep. I'm also a geek who plays board games. I do have a Twitter and a YouTube, though. They're both Board Pep. Go check them out.
Awesome. All right, coming over.
There you go.
There you go. Yep.
Hi, I'm Heather. I'm related to that guy.
Yep. If we turn a profile, you'll see why, because it's definitely there. My niece, absolutely.
Yes. Avid board gamer and nerd extraordinaire. I have a Twitter. You've linked to it. I forget about it 90% of the time.
There you go. Well, and you know what? More people should. Let's be honest.
I'm better at Instagram. Find me on Instagram.
There you go. We like Instagram. That works. And over here,
I'm Jon Detmer, one of the other fifths of the Incorrigible Party. I play Shaft, everybody's favorite, and voice of reason. And I'm board gamer and RPGer.
Awesome. So we're going to kind of get right into character creation. And we'll kind of walk through how the game is played bit by bit as we kind of go through the process, because I don't want to load you up with everything up front. I think it's a little more fun to kind of talk it through. But basically the relationship process is going to be, there are going to be relationships between all of these people here on this screen. And they are going to interact together and be defined in the next step of the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to define what those are and how they look like. And then also we need to have 2 needs/wants. We're going to have probably a item or 2 and a location or 2. So there will be some objects that'll be shared between everybody as well. So without further ado, I took the liberty of pre-rolling our dice. So we kind of already... Yeah, big surprise.
Game's rigged already.
Well, you know, it's rigged, but it's not in my favor. So
business.
So we're gonna hop back. So this is kind of our ID cards. We're gonna fill in here every now and then, and this will be where we kind of select our dice pool. So these are the dice that are available, and the play set. The play set is kind of the key that makes all of this work, because the play set is where we have the tables that we will elicit our needs, our wants. This one is actually from the Fiasco 11 book, which has the play set in it. A little easier to go flat on this case. So. All right. Now, I sent this to everybody else already, so we're going to get going in a minute, but let's take a moment and set the scene, shall we? So the Brook Market Zoo was a world-class institution visited by locals and travelers alike. In the late 20th century, it was an iconic zoo, admired and even beloved. Its animals were content, its visitors happy, its staff respected. Chairman of the zoo board, D.E. Hitchcock IV, welcomed people to the grounds with beaming pride as his father had for a generation before. Now, D.E. Hitchcock is dead. The community takes the zoo for granted. Attendance is down. The zoo withers. The zookeepers grow desperate. Money is tight. Other, more successful zoos in the cities sniff around the place, looking to take away the animals and staff. A proposed expansion project might drum up new interest in the zoo if the city approves the new zoning plan. But rumors persist that a multiplex is offering more money to buy up a chunk of the zoo land, displacing animals and staff forever. Are these the last days of the Brook Market Zoo, or can someone with powerful ambition change things for the better? So,
Nope.
no, not likely that love will love win over commerce? I'm sure turn of the century animals, were treated so well in zoos. So, all that being aside, what we're going to do is we are just going to go around the horn. Now, in the first stage, we roll 2 dice for everybody, and you see that pool in the center here. This pool will basically guide the relationship selections on the tables. Pretty straightforward stuff. The numbers count, the color doesn't. So what you're going to do is pick a number, and then Emily, you're just going to define a relationship to either your right or your left, so with either John or with Victor. And you have all those dice to choose from. So what can I interest you in today?
So I need to see the relationship chart, right?
Yes. So you have
initiative.
basically your relationships.
But where was...
Yep. So you have the first level, which is going to be keepers, zoo, hierarchy, community, romance, illicit, and the past. So that's the
Okay, well,
first
that's
die
not
will
what we're looking
define that.
Yeah, we don't have that. Was that in the...
That
we
was
only
in the
have
the PDF that looks like that.
Hold on a second. Okay.
Anybody else? not
Thankfully,
do
it's
their
like
homework?
the second
need-
page.
Yep, it's like right after the forward, exactly.
And you sent that to us through...
Through Messenger.
So we had 2 things to do, and we managed to do one of them.
All right. Well, that's...
I'm glad you were
we
here
talked
early.
about all this ahead of time. Yeah.
Now you know the name.
Listen, if it makes it better, I didn't look at it either. I just didn't say anything, and I brought it up really fast.
Thanks, Pep. We appreciate it.
So
I don't have it.
That's not it.
I
just
brought
sent
it up like
again.
five minutes before we started.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, here we
I
go.
printed in advance.
Wow.
My technical issues. We're just giving you guys time for this.
Time to ignore it, apparently.
Can I tell you, we did not use that time wisely.
Apparently.
When did you send it to us?
Why don't
I
you send
just-
that to us?
Right
just-
this second.
There
I
it is.
just
There it is.
resent
All right.
it.
Should we
I don't
do
see.
this?
I don't see your little faces next to it. So.
I'm trying to.
Admittedly, wouldn't be the worst idea to have that come up on screen so everyone can see the options.
Look now.
That's
Oh
true.
my God, yeah.
Maybe our viewing
right.
audience would.
Now we got it.
You're
Relationships.
killing me, Smalls. There you go. If you can read that, you got it. So, play along at home.
So
Our
What
cat
I'm
is
doing-
giving the Detmer some plaque.
There you go. All right, so you are going to
That's a
choose a die, and then you choose from the relationship page. You get to choose the major part of the category with the first die. And again, you're going to go to
With-
the right.
Victor or with John?
Either one.
Your choice.
Okay, my choice. Okay,
Can
so
we
can either.
can we table talk?
Yeah, at this
I hope
point,
so.
absolutely.
Don't take the one from me.
Okay, so I can't have a one then, so I can zoo hierarchy.
Oh, you
So that
can.
means like
You're
I'm
just
going to be
setting the
nice to
tone.
Pep. No, Pep's DMing for us later, so I'm going to be nice to him now, so he's nice to me later.
Sure.
Leave me
Let
the
know how
one
that
now,
goes.
and I'll punish you less for ones later.
Let's
That's
see,
fair.
community. Let's go to the next.
So pretty much every number is available for you right now, so you can choose whatever you want,
Yeah,
except for keepers,
so I could have.
unless you want to be that person.
Oh, I think Victor and I are going to be the past.
Okay. So
Pat.
what number?
6.
Strange siblings, I think.
All right.
Well, so what you're doing is you're just picking like the top.
I know, just the past.
category.
Yeah. You hope
mean, we
that
could
maybe he
do-
puts strange siblings in there.
That's my idea, but I know I might not get it.
Because there's only one right now.
All right.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. I didn't think about that.
Do we get more of these?
No.
There-
Well, yeah, we're going to do 2 rounds of this. I'm going to
Right.
re-roll the dice again. So this
Okay.
is 10. This is 2 per person. And then we'll re-roll it for the second half. So you can define anything you want. Tell you what we'll do. I will put out the 10
What did you
dice.
take?
And as we take a die, I will re-roll 1 in. How's that?
Ooh.
So
Not a
that
bad
will get
idea.
replaced with a 5.
Oh, actually, there's not a 6 up there, is
You
there?
just took it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So that got replaced with a 5?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So, Victor, you are up, sir. What would you like to define?
Well, Pep, you're 1. Which way were you going to be going with that?
It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, were you going to be using it between us or between you and Heather?
Either way works. I'm not picky.
He just wants to be a keeper.
Although I did realize that I needed both a 1 and a 1, and there's only one, so it doesn't really matter until another one gets rolled.
What's your comfortability if I picked a 4 between us right now?
Oh yeah.
Whatever. Oh, romance. Hey, whatever.
I love it.
Worst case
No,
scenario,
just-
I'll just take the 6. Oh, the 6. I can't divorce you.
We're going to make it interesting. I'm going to take a 4.
All right.
All right. So, we are rogue in some way.
All right. And a 4 comes out.
Okay. I'll be greedy just to make sure I don't lose my 1 now, and I'll do the 1 with Heather.
All right.
So we are keepers together.
All right.
I think that if we're keepers, I think it's going to be illicit.
Oh. So what number would that be?
That's a 5.
Oh, so once once we have the part of the relationship, we can't second though, right? Like we couldn't be keepers and illicit.
So yes, you actually are. That's exactly what happens. So
Oh, I
she.
thought we had to select the second part of the
Oh, wait a sec.
relationship.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh yeah, does that have to be someone else?
Yes.
so yeah,
Yeah.
you're either gonna
You can do
morally
that with
you're
John.
gonna find keepers with Pepper. Yeah, do that with John.
All right, it's okay. I can be illicit with John.
All right.
Illicit is just bad.
Right. So what you could have done, Heather, just so everybody at home knows, she could have taken a die that would have
Either one.
defined the relationship further between her and Pep. And
Can you do that before the first full round?
Yeah, you can do that anytime you want.
It's okay. I'll be illicit. We're good.
All right. Okay. So, John, you
Okay,
are
it's
up.
me
What
now?
would you like?
I'm going to take the 3 community with Emily.
All right. All right. So now that all the relationships are defined, anything we take at this point will drill into that. All right. So a 5 comes out. All right. Back to you, Emily.
Okay, so now I need to define one of these relationships I have with either John or Victor.
Right.
You can. Yeah. You can also start to. You can either do that, or we can start to go into defining the other stuff. So there's going to be, we have 2 things we need, a place and needs/wants. So after the relationship page, those are available, and you can start to look into those if you'd like.
Okay.
All right. But it's your choice, whatever you'd like.
Okay, so I think we don't have a 6 out there. Shoot.
No, there's one. No,
There's
yes,
a
there's
6 then?
one red 6 out there.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so I think we need to get control.
So you want control of the past.
Yeah.
This in between who?
Oh, okay, so that would be
You get to pick either that need between the 2 of us or you and John.
Right. So if you define it with John, that would be a zoo lover and a zoo hater. And if you define it between you and Victor, then it's one rescued the other from a fire.
Oh no! If you're looking at the needs, you can technically
needs. I'm sorry.
Need, number 6 on needs to get control.
To get control.
But
Okay.
you're-
So who would you
Right.
like that with?
I think let's go Victor just because I don't know him, so
So we're something of the past, but we also need to get control.
yes.
All right.
Need to get control of something that happened in the past.
All right. So that was the 6. The 6 is coming out. A 6 is going in. All right. Victor?
Well, we do have a 1 still sitting there.
Indeed.
Unless Pep really wants that 1 again.
I do, but if you want it to, you can have it. I won't
Aw.
fight you for it.
That's nice. I see why this
there-
romance thing
I-
happened.
Let's go between Emily and myself. We're going to dig deeper to our relationship. I'm going to take a 5. So our past is we went to high school together.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. And the 5 gets replaced with a 5. I swear I'm rolling a die right now. I promise. All right. Pep, you are up.
I'm just gonna take the one. I'm gonna define our keepers as small mammal keeper and reptile housekeeper.
Who's who, though?
You
Yeah,
can
We
figure
can
that
decide
out.
that later.
Felt like you had a
So
very
sometimes-
strong opinion, which I didn't want to.
I have a way to work
Sometimes
it
we
either
do.
way.
Okay,
These
okay.
songs are really
I
fun
have
for,
a feeling no matter what, it's going to involve turtles.
What?
I just
Ah, I'm seeing my context clues. I've got it. Okay, good. What do I got left? You used the one. Is that still available, Chris?
that was the red one, and it got replaced with another white 5.
I'm still showing a red one, so that's why I asked.
Oh, okay, sorry. Let me refresh.
Just wanted to make sure.
Sometimes the data doesn't update as fast as we'd like.
I think I'm going to define our illicit relationship as animal smugglers. So
I
give
was
me
gonna
that
go
6.
that way too. So perfect. Okay.
I like it. So you're taking a 6,
Taking that 6.
and you're going to be animal smugglers. Oh, that's horrible. It's so bad.
Maybe
I like
we're
that under my
saving
name
them
now
from
it
this.
says.
Maybe.
Sorry.
Maybe.
mammal reptile.
Yeah, just don't go
Yeah,
to
I
the
like that it
reptile
says mammal
house.
reptile underneath. Who knows which one I am? I could be a mammal, I could be a reptile.
All right, so this is got replaced by a 3. All right, so there's now a 3 available. Bunch of 5s. You guys are going to get stuck with a lot of 5s, by the way. So
Okay. So can I do a need
sure.
number 2 to get out? And I'd like to do that with Heather.
Oh.
All right, so all right. So for those of you playing along at home, if you aren't paying attention, the relationships that are on everybody's card is to the person sitting to their clockwise direction. So you'll see that pop up on Heather's momentarily. What number was that, John?
It was a 2, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 to get out.
All right. And our last new die, guess what? It's a 5. So
Rigged.
I will tell you, just so you know, that the last die that is rolled will actually be wild. So, John, you're not going to get completely hosed at the end. You get to do whatever you want with the last die.
Nice.
All right. So, Emily is up.
So pretty much a 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Yes.
You still have your relationship with Jon as just community.
So how would I define that? Like if I went under community, I could pick one of those?
Yes.
Right. As long as
Exactly.
numbers 2 through 5.
So if I pick neighbor to the zoo property, that would be probably me as a neighbor to the zoo property, or would that be John as the neighbor?
You are
For both
defining.
of you.
Yeah, you would define John with you. So you want
That to me sounds like you're both my neighbors.
We're both neighbors
Okay.
to the property.
Oh, okay, okay. Then that's what we are.
Okie dokie. So that
It's kind
would
of
be
fluid
a
too.
3. Yeah, this is not hard, fast rules. You know, they're more of a guideline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have to say that as we get playing, if like one of our things, like our need or some location, if something while we're playing just doesn't kind of flow with the story, don't try to shoehorn it in. Just go with it. I had a very bad session once where we were trying to jam some of the stuff into the story and it just didn't work.
Right. Absolutely. Good advice. All right, so Victor, you are up, sir. What would you like? You have like not a lot to find here.
Yeah.
You and Pep, I mean, he's defining Heather, but you just have romance. What do you want to make about that?
I don't know. I want to see where Pep kind of goes with that one, actually.
All right, that's fair.
That's fair.
Let's mix it up. I'm gonna let's go with an item, I think. An object.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna define between Pep and I an object. I'm gonna pick a number 4. So there's a secret object.
All right. And that was a 4. You got it.
So now I could define either the relationship or the object. Let's see.
I mean, we could just let the scenes play out and find out what a romance is.
That's true. Are there any 4s left?
No, there are not.
Well,
yes, there's one. There's one. Yep.
I feel bad leaving everybody with 5s, but
But he's gonna
I am
going
going to take that 4. Wait. Let me look at the romance. What's the number 5 on romance? Just broke up. I do like that too. No, I'm gonna take the 4. I'm being real greedy this time. So for the secret, it's one animal passed off as another.
Okay.
All right. So that's going to be between you and Victor. So animal duplicity, we'll call that. I don't have a lot of room, so we're going to have to kind of play it by ear. All right, Heather, you are up. Would you like a 5? Can I interest you in a 5? If you don't now, you'll probably see one in the future, just so you know.
Trying to decide what to do with a 5. Working on it. All right.
You don't have any. So we have an object, which is fine, and we have 2 needs. So we could probably use an object and or a location. We still need to do at least 1 location. So that is available.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go ahead and grab an object, and I'm just gonna grab more animals. Can't go wrong with more. So that's a number 3.
All right.
Sorry, I'm leaving everybody the 5s. Can't help it.
All right, and
Not
so
feeling it.
that is going to be between you and Pep.
Yes.
All right, and that was 2. Sorry, guys. I should have just shrunk this down on 1 page, right? So you had the 3.
No, objects.
Yep, more aminals. All right. So
we're
moving on to John. Yeah.
Need an object? Is that what you're saying?
No, now we need a location. We have 2 objects.
A location. All right. So let's see what I have here. Got a 2, 3, 5.
Do you have a 3, or was it just taken?
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I believe that's what Heather just took. So the 3 is no longer available.
2 and a 5.
2 and
All right. So let's do the grounds.
You're taking the 2, aren't you? Well, I think that's better than like at home, which is the 5. So I think you did the right thing here. All right. So that will be the 2. So let me guess, everybody's going to be taking 5s. So
except John. Remember, his last
Yeah.
die is going to be whatever he wants.
Yep. All right.
That's
so
why he took the last non-5.
there you go. He avoids them altogether. So Emily, we are back with you. You have a few options to define.
Okay. Hold on, I need to steal the mouse from John.
I like it. All right, so
That doesn't make any sense. Hold on, I'm trying to find something that makes sense, at least somewhat.
well, I mean, don't get
Go with
too
your heart.
locked in, but
The at home actually kind of makes sense for you two since you are neighbors to the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that works. I'm taking a 5.
Yeah, it's weird. There's not a lot of options left because of all the 5s, so there's only like... I guess the defining thing is there's some extra options because of that, which is nice.
all right. So what do we choose?
At home.
At home?
Location.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
location's already gone.
Oh,
Oh, we can only do 1.
Yes.
so what are my
that's-
choice? What do I get to choose from then?
So you can choose to define what's happening at the grounds. So you could do under the broken security camera with John, or with Victor. You could do to get out. You could before anyone else gets wise.
No, we have to get
No.
control
To get control. To
over
get,
an animal that refuses to be tamed.
There you go. Untamed.
What was the other one?
Untamed animal or under the security camera with John.
Let's go under the security camera.
Now, does that mean under, like, so you can't be seen, or under is in directly in front of the security camera?
I know.
I was
Well,
thinking
we'll
more
find
under
out.
so you couldn't be seen because you know the location of the camera, so you're hiding from it.
Right. All right. So Victor.
I'm going to go with between Emily and myself for the need. I'm going to further define it with need to get control over an animal or refuse to be tamed.
All right. Excellent. So Pep.
Okay. So my options are to define more animals with Betsy, an elephant with a paintbrush. I don't like that one.
What do you mean?
I could do needs. I haven't done a needs yet. What is the 5 needs? To get even.
Get even. Yeah, you have no need. Either way.
I want to get even with Heather.
All right.
I think I have an idea for that.
I'm going to go quick. I'm going to define to get out with before anyone gets wise.
Alrighty.
Okay. So what do I need to get here? I wanted to do an object. Can I do an object with...
Remember, again, got any number you want.
Yeah, but it has to be defined underneath, like animals, administrative, more, secret, lost and
Right.
found. I want to refine one of those, but I don't have anything.
Hey, Pep, I lost track.
Up.
What was yours?
To get even.
Oh, with Victor. Okay.
No,
With Heather.
Okay.
I don't want to get even with Victor. We're romantic in some way. Although I guess that could work together.
Your relationship with Heather is already that you are mammal reptile keepers together.
Yeah, but that was a need.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you want another need just to get even?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
See.
So, John, you can, since you have nothing left, you get to choose whatever you want. And frankly, the only person who needs something to find right now is Victor. So
Right. I'm just trying to refine something. So if I go with objects, I don't have anything I can refine underneath that, right? I would
Victor
just
has something that needs to be defined, he said.
he already has romance between him and Pep, so you can define that.
Well, that sounds like fun.
I thought you
You
might
can make
like
it any
that.
number you want.
Let me take a look at that. Okay,
Yeah,
here
so
we
go
go.
into romance and the beginning relationships.
Now, if he picks a 2, which one of us is the nerd?
Hell, nerd!
I think that's for us to find out later.
You know what? I want to see that play out. Let's do it too.
I like it. All right, so the 2, for those of you at home, will be the nerd and the crush.
All right.
All right, so the last thing before we head
Games,
off is what would you guys like your names to be?
Should have thought about this. How about I'm just going to look around the room. Marty Niagara.
I was going to pick Marty.
You can't. I already picked Marty.
Darn it.
What was that you saw? Was it Niagara or Viagra?
Marty Viagra.
Wow.
I like that better. Marty Viagra.
Nice. I gotta write that down.
Well, I'm going to be Betty Joe then.
All right.
J-O or J-O-E?
J-O.
Okay.
There we go. Good to have the names up there. I'm going to go, I just did the same thing. I'm going to look around the room and I went with Leo Fallout.
Leo Fallout.
I got a 4-foot Leonardo from Turtles here and a whole bunch of Fallout stuff.
All right, so I think it's going to be Fallout. So Leah Fallout.
Flute.
All right.
Oh, I see.
All right, Pep, what would you like?
I'm having trouble finding things that be names.
Pick something
Let's
that's
go with
not even a real name. Just a random object.
feather basket.
Okay, you're the crush.
What? Feather's not a nerdy enough name for you?
So I think Pep just went online and looked up his stripper name, and that's what came up. All right, Heather, can you top that?
No, I can't. I'm looking at a Captain Mal Q-Fig, so Mal. Let's go with Mal. Rose, because I'm drinking a rosé.
So Mal, what?
Melrose.
I hear there's a place. I can't finish. I can't think of how to finish that.
Melrose Place. Well done, sir.
Thanks.
All right, so here we are at the beginning. So we have our characters kind of defined roughly, right? This is kind of a loose sketch. I would encourage you. I don't know if you all took notes, but if you want, let's just go around and just kind of make sure we have all these relationships. So if you want to write that down, it's good information to know who is directly to your left and who's directly to your right, because that's going to help you the most in how you play your character. Might seem like a lot, but it won't be that bad. So Emily, you went to high school with Victor, or sorry, Leo Falut, and you two have a need to get control over an untamed animal. Now,
Yes.
Whether that escaped and Leo was doing something nefarious, we'll find out. Let's see. Now, Leo, played by Victor, has a relationship with Feather Basket, Basket, the nerd and the crush. Don't know who's on which side of that one yet. And there's an animal that got swapped for a fake. Oh, is it a Pepe Le Pew? We painted white stripes on a black cat. Like, who knows what happened here? But something happened.
Yeah, that one can probably get defined later.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
going to be a mammal or a reptile.
Exactly.
Yeah, one of the two.
Who knows? Now, Pep's relationship with Heather is that they are both keepers. One of them is a mammal and one of them is a reptile keeper. We'll see who gets what. And there's just even more animals available. So there's I would say that there are more animals than just mammals and reptiles that exist between them somehow, some way. And there's this underlying need to get even with Heather, who is playing Melrose today in place of other things. And your relationship with Marty Niagara, that doesn't sound shady at all, is that there is an illicit animal smuggler relationship here. I don't know who's the salty one in that bunch. And you need to get out before anybody figures this out. All right. And last but not least, Marty Niagara, played by the venerable Jon Detmer. Betty Jo and him both happen to be neighbors to the zoo. Now, whether they live together or not, TBD. And, he happens to hang out a lot underneath security camera. So that should probably factor in. All right. Now, remember, we're actually, the overriding arch is to try and save the zoo. So, but all this other shenanigans are going on. So we're going to have to see what happens in our fiasco. All right.
Mal, do you actually want to pick ahead of time your mammal or reptile?
I'm indifferent. I feel like you have a desire.
No,
I don't want to
think
step.
I can make it work either way. Hey, Chris, could you flip a coin?
Sure, I will do better. I will roll a die. Evens will be for reptiles, and odds will be for mammals.
So it's going to be a 5.
Not
A
lying.
5?
It's a 5.
Mammals it is.
All right.
You can
I've
have
got
the
the
reptiles.
reptiles. Perfect.
All right. So Emily is going to be our first director. Now I'm going to wipe away the dice here. And basically, she has an option. She can either set the scene or she can... I want to use the proper terminology so that we are correct here. So you may...
Wait, did you say that she's the director?
No. This is her scene. I apologize.
Right.
She gets to pick the director. So you have to either
Yeah, she's-
establish or resolve. That's it. So if you establish, then you get to set the scene, pick a director for your scene, and then you will pick whoever's in it. If you want to resolve, you get to do the opposite. You get to pick the outcome, and then everybody else gets to decide how that goes. There's still one director, though. You get to pick that.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna pick this scene. I want to figure out what animal is untamed that Leo, Falut, and I are trying to get under control.
Okay.
And
so you two will be in the scene for sure.
I guess then Mal Rose would be our director.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so we will make Heather the director.
And anytime when you're setting the scene, you can also pull the other characters in as their character, or sometimes, let's just say you wanted like a police officer. So you could pick someone else and they would be playing just like as that, per se, NPC then.
Right.
Okay.
So Jon and Pep, you guys are available NPC players that if the need for you makes itself present, feel free to hop right in. And I'll just say right now, just so that there's no confusion online and everything, Jon, you can hop in first if there's a need, and then Pep second. That way we just keep it easy and smooth. All right, so Heather, you get to kind of dictate the outcome of this. So, that's why you have a red card and a white card. Now you can let the event just kind of go its natural course and come to a conclusion, or you may call cut at any point and kind of stop the scene, or you may just kind of put up your resolve, whether it's going to be white or red, and just make sure that Emily sees that and gives a nod, just that she knows that she has to steer her interaction that way, but we won't skip a beat. All right, any questions before we get started?
I want to make sure we clarify what you just said there, Chris.
Go ahead.
Heather, definitely at some point you need to cut the scene.
Yeah.
At some point, whenever you think it makes the most sense, however you want, tell us cut. Because otherwise,
I think this is it. I think this is the night. I think it's just going to be a 3-hour scene between the two of you. So let's do this.
I like it.
I've seen things happen where we're all looking at the director like, come on already.
And I'll just sit here and be the popcorn gallery, so I'm completely fine. I'm kind of like I'm the producer. That's what I am. I'm just sitting here backing this thing financially. So, all right. So whenever you want to start, go ahead and take it away.
Whoa! Get back here! Get back here! Stop!
Leo!
Stop! Oh,
How did he get loose?
Oh, hey, Betty.
How did that lion get loose out of his cage?
I mean, it was just open. I've been trying to stop it, but don't.
No
it's going in
wonder
your
the
house.
zoo's going down.
It's up. It's inside your house. Maybe we can just lock. Can you close and lock your door? Close and lock your door.
We are not leaving a lion inside my house.
Well, I mean, at least if we close the door, it'll be contained and we know where it is.
Okay, well, I'll shut the front door, but I don't remember if I shut the back door or not.
Oh, no. This is bad. My boss is going to kill me. Kill me.
Well, one of us should stay here and the other one should run around to the back to see if the back door's open or not.
Well, it's your house, so I'll
Your
just wait
lion?
here. Oh, fine. All right, you stay here. I'll go sneak around the back.
God, you were just like this in high school, too, I swear.
Wait.
Same.
What do you mean?
Same.
So there's no lion in my house.
So there's a lion in the house.
That escalated quickly.
And there
Well,
was kind of no other options for how that was going to go.
right. I mean, it's a lion in the house. That's how this goes.
We don't
All right,
have any
now-
kitty litter.
Now,
That
how
or
do we?
you're the new Tiger King. You choose.
Like, what did I say yesterday? I only got so many years on this planet, and I ain't wasting time watching that.
Oh, I totally wasted time watching that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, so
Nah, it was great.
So that was you awarded Emily what color die for that? Because I mean, a tiger in
Die?
the house, that was bad. Okay. Emily, you get to give that die to anybody. Who would you like to give that to?
John.
John? All right, John. There you
That
go.
was instant. Just
All right.
Yeah,
Well, when in
I
doubt,
probably
you know,
deserve it.
when in doubt, you pick on the next person. All right. So Victor, I'm sorry. Let me let's get up
Leo.
here. Leo Falute. Let's get your scene set. What would you like to accomplish?
I think I want to just continue with the line in the house. So it's definitely going to be myself and Betty. But we're
Okay.
also going to bring in Marty.
Okay.
That because like your neighbor, so maybe
Right.
you're right nearby us.
Right. All right.
All right.
And Pep will be the director.
Okay. Pep will direct. All right. So. All right.
oh, you have it.
Yes, nice.
And action.
What the hell is that in the backyard?
It got out! The back
Oh,
door was open!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! How did that get out
Oh,
of the zoo?
no, get back here. Oh, no. Oh, it's going in his house.
Wait, no! I shut the door. I have a tranquilizer gun. Hold on.
Why do you have a tranquilizer gun?
I just have one.
Hey. Okay, that sounds good.
Wait.
It's your front
I got
door
it.
open.
I got it. All right. Wait, keep him right there. Move him over that way. Let him chase you a little bit. He'll chase you. I'll lead.
Over here.
Okay.
Oh, you all are insane.
That,
Sorry,
that
Betty.
did not sound like a
I
tranquilizer.
didn't mean you were in the way. But
It was a white
I got the tiger. I got it.
Wait,
He's good.
is there a tiger in your house?
No,
We're
it's
after a
in the-
lion. What did
Oh.
you just shoot?
There was a
Wait a
tiger
minute, is there a
also.
tiger out here
The
too?
guys have let everything out of the zoo.
Oh no, then where's the
Wait,
lion?
wait. There's the lion. Hold on, I got another dart. I think I got him.
Okay,
That's
okay.
not by now.
Looks like he's laying down. Okay, don't get near him yet. And okay, now he's out. Okay.
Ah,
Whew.
well, that
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
we did
God.
really well.
You'll be all right. Trust me, I've tried them.
All right, so
Cut.
Cut.
I forgot. So, lion and tiger. This is why you write stuff down.
Well, there might be baby tigers involved at some point now. Just saying. This is Full House Tiger Edition.
okay, so we had a lion, a tiger, and now
Oh my.
Turtle.
Turtle. I like turtles. All right. So
thank you in the chat.
Pep awarded a white die to that. So what? Who would you like to give that to, Victor?
we'll give it to Betty Joe for taking a drink.
You know, John seemed pretty comfortable with the tranks. Just saying. All right. So excellent. We are coming up on scene 3. Now this is going to be with the venerable Feather Basquette, played by Pep MacDonald, and who else? Pep, let's flesh this out.
Well, there's only 2 of us who haven't been involved so far. So
All
I think Heather and I should be in the scene, and I'm setting the scene too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing all of it. Unless you want to take the outcome and give the scene away, which never seems to be the option people choose.
No. So the scene that we're gonna have is we're gonna also include John. You're just going to be a random person visiting the zoo.
Okay.
Yeah, you can be here alone, or you can be as many people as you want. I don't care.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, so we're trying to give him a tour of the zoo and basically just talking over each other, trying to talk about the animals that we have, etc.
All right.
And yeah, we're not exactly along.
And who do you want in charge of your scene?
I'm gonna go with Victor. We'll go behind me.
All right.
Nope. That way.
All right. You all set? Here we go. Act 1, Scene 3, and action.
So what kind of animal is that?
Oh, that's a lemur. Lemurs are very interesting. Did you know that turtles like to eat lemurs sometimes?
I did not know that. That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Are they waterproof?
If you want to see something really interesting, though, I just got in a new Komodo dragon at the reptile house. Very rare. Very excited about it. I think you'll like it.
I've never seen.
So if you would rather come over to the reptile house, I can show you something extra special.
That would be awesome. What kind of wings does it have?
Well, Komodo dragons don't have wings, but I mean,
Oh, I'm
you can always add them, I guess.
I wanted to see something.
Common misconception: they don't breathe fire either. None of the animals here breathe fire. Well, it's a very good zoo. Tell your friends. If you come with me, I could show you. We have a collection of small ferrets. They're long and they're kind of like a mix between a cat and a rat. I don't know, but hey, do you know what a group of turtles is called?
No.
It's a bale of turtles, like Christian Bale. So in a way, turtles are like Batman.
Oh, this is far more interesting than the wingless dragon. I like it.
I think
Heather's always wanted to work in the reptile house. It's no secret. But we do have the best creatures in the zoo in the animal house. You should see the size of the snakes that we have. I have a boa constrictor that could eat everything in the mammal house right now.
Does a boa constrictor eat turtles?
Well, the turtles are in my house, so I don't. They're not mammals.
Order.
Little secret between me and you there, fella. There has been at least one turtle go missing, and I suspect the boa constrictor.
Ouch. Man, well, can you guys just agree on what to take me to?
Well, I mean, it's whatever is more interesting to you.
Well,
you're the customer. You tell us.
How about we see the ferrets and then feed a ferret to the boa constrictor? Can we do that?
Sure.
I'm in.
Cut.
Wow. What was it? Was it red or white?
It was red.
Okay.
Definitely red.
Yeah, that did not go too well. No.
I mean, it went great for the boa constrictor.
He's like, hey, I'll have to eat for a month. All right, so that was a red Pep. Who was Who's going to receive that?
I'm going to give it to Marty.
Okay.
I like this pattern of giving the rest to Marty.
All right. So Marty gets the red. Actually, I think having two of the same is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I think if you get enough of them, it's kind of good.
Yeah. If you get a whole bunch of bad dice or a whole bunch of good dice, it ends good in the end.
It ends good in the end. All right. So well done. I'm happy with this so far. So we are coming up on scene 4 with Heather. Heather, what are you thinking?
I think Mal needs a scene with Marty to continue this potential new illicit relationship.
All right.
And Emily can be the director.
All right. Do you want Pep on standby, or do you want him nowhere near this?
Pep is no longer here.
Okay, so you waited.
Bye, Feather.
You waited for Feather to leave. Okay. All right. So let's see. Betty Jo has control. We have our scene set. If we're ready, and action.
So here's the deal, Marty. This zoo is going down, and I love these reptiles more than anything in the world. And we need to get them out of here, whatever it takes. So
We need to get them out of here. I was thinking we go to the other zoo and get some of the good ones and bring them here. We want the zoo to survive, right?
it's not going to survive. Nothing is going to save this zoo. D.E. Hitchcock is gone. He was the only thing holding this place together. It is a complete crap show in here. And I just need to get these beautiful, beautiful creatures out of this zoo and somewhere special.
So what do you propose?
I need your help. We've got to get them out of here. We can sneak them out.
I mean, you think I'm out of a job either way, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all out of a job, so we might as well, we've got to save the animals. It's all about them.
Well, I guess we could try to get them out. You got a place to take them?
I mean,
we're going to put them at your place? We can't. We can temporarily put them over at my place.
If we could put them at my place, I wouldn't need you, Marty.
Well, thanks. That makes me feel special. I mean, you're using me just because I live across the street?
Okay.
And that's totally why we're using you, John. That's totally location.
That's right.
That's why there was a tiger there.
I don't care much for all the animals in my house right now.
All right. So Marty / John, you have a white die for a change. Who would you like to give that to?
I'll give it to Heather.
Heather?
Matt.
All right. You got it. All right. So that brings us up to you, Marty. Let's set up your scene, sir. Who would you like in it?
So if I go with Betty Jo and we can do the security camera scene. It'll be nighttime. The zoo is just closed down, starting to get dark, and we run into each other, and I ask some questions about it.
All right.
And we'll have maybe Leo happen upon us somewhere during that conversation.
Okay. And would you like Heather or Pep to direct?
I'll do Pep.
All right. Pep it is. All right. So scene is set, actors ready, and action.
Hey, Betty.
Marty, what are you doing here? It's
Oh, just closing up. I mean, everything. And hey,
I just want to say I'm glad you shot those cats earlier. You really, I mean, you hit me, which kind of sucked, but you took care of the problem too.
yeah, but you got better. You're fine, right?
Mostly got a little twinge still.
And you got most of the day off with pay, I assume.
I don't know. We'll have to see about that.
Well, I was going to ask you. You know, things are a little tight these days, and maybe a good way for us to save a little money is save some electric in the evenings. Maybe took some of these lights out. I don't think it's necessary to have all of them burning, and maybe just turn off the security cameras.
All of the security cameras?
Yeah, I mean, we really don't need them. No, who's going to come in here? I mean, well, what's the chance of a lion or a tiger escaping?
I think we should keep some of the security cameras on.
How about every other day? Nobody's going to know if they're on or off anyway. Everybody's going to assume.
How
they're on.
about we keep...
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. What am I going to do?
Leo,
Oh,
Leo.
What are you doing here? Just the person I'm looking for.
yeah.
What are you doing here anyways? Doesn't matter.
He's trying to
What was
convince me
your
to turn it...
tranquilizer? That my lion you shot? It's dead. It's dead.
It wasn't
What, am I gonna
tranquilizer
die?
stuff. She'd
Am I gonna die?
she'd
Am I
be
gonna
dead.
die? Am I
No.
dying?
I don't know.
I'm dying!
I don't know.
You killed me!
They're still doing an autopsy on the lion, but it's dead. My boss hasn't found out yet, but I have a dead lion that I
And
need.
what about the tiger?
replaced.
It was an old lion.
What
It
about
was
the tiger?
That's
The
our
tiger
cause.
dead?
Favorite. It's the
That's my
mascot.
favorite.
It's the
Look.
mascot of the whole zoo.
It was the best animal in the zoo.
Look, I'm the one that kept it from going out and killing people. You're the
You're
ones that left the
killing
gate
me!
open.
Oh my god,
It
I'm
wouldn't
dying.
hurt anybody. It wouldn't have hurt a fly. It just got out. It was confused, and now it's dead.
You should be
What are we gonna
thanking
do?
me instead of being pissed off at me.
I don't know. I don't know.
What are we gonna do? I need a replacement lion.
I have an orange tabby.
Cut.
There you go.
Oh,
Get a replacement lion.
Just go down to Walmart. You can pick one up.
Well, we do have a secret object of one animal passed off as another.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yes.
Ah, see?
Ah. Oh, the dead lion was unexpected. Well done. That's
yeah.
all right. So big surprise, Marty. That was a red that came through for you.
Yeah.
Who would you like to give that to? And if it helps make your decision, let's we can go out and take a look at the screen
Yeah.
so that we can see the breakdown here. So we can see some of the dice
Oh,
laying
look
around.
at that. Well, Leo deserves a red.
Oh,
That's for sure.
I mean, he
Thanks.
acted up a storm in that one. All right.
Ridiculous. I didn't kill that lion.
Wow. So here we are at the end of Act
Joe.
1.
What am I going to do? Am I going to die?
Yeah, I like that. Just instantly too. Just
All right. So we're going to do another round, and we're going to continue pretty much in the same way, but we can progress the story. Don't forget, if you want to run back in time, you can, but keep it to a minimum. Time travel gets confusing. And let's see where this goes. So, Betty Joe, congratulations
Yes.
on surviving the tranquilizer dart. First and foremost, well done. But let's. What scene would you like to set up next?
We have not talked at all about the romance. So I think I want to talk with Leo after I calm him down about the lion and explain about how my tabby cat is unusually large tabby cat, and ask him how he if he still likes his high school crush.
Okay. So this is, when does this take place? This takes place after Marty has gone off, or?
Yeah. Marty leaves. Leo and I are talking, and Feather might walk in.
Okay. So Feather's on standby. Now, I would also tell you guys that you can crash the party if you are so inclined. If you feel the need to, just because you're not in the scene doesn't mean you can't crash the party. But I will leave that up to you and your own discretion. Who would you like directing, Betty Jo?
I think Heather, just to leave John open to possibly crash.
All right. Okie dokie. So here we are. Let's see. Heather has actually been a director in real life, so she's familiar with the role. So she was actually doing a casting call before we started, so she knows stuff about the actings. All right, so we are on to we are on to act scene 6. We're still in act 1, and Betty Jo, take it away.
So you see, Leo, on my phone, you can see how big my cat is. We might have to go scruff up his hair a little bit, but he'll be fine.
That's not a cat. That's not a house cat. What do you feed that thing?
I may have fed him a little too much, couple times, years.
Growth hormone.
So yeah, he'll be perfect, right? Yeah. So we're good.
I mean, I know we have dumb zoo visitors, but I don't know. I don't know if this will pass.
Well, I mean, it was just like back in high school. You remember our mascot back in high school? Speaking of high school, didn't you have a crush on somebody back then? How'd that go?
Still there. Every time I see Heather. Well, I try to pass by the mammal exhibit all the time, and I don't think he notices. And just I can't get up the nerve to talk to him. I mean, that's why I took this job.
Yeah, I think we need to do something about that. We need to get you guys together.
He doesn't even know I exist. He's so wrapped up in all of his animals there. He doesn't have time to pay attention to me.
He does like turtles a lot, doesn't he?
He does. You know, the past Halloween zoo party we had, the corporate party. Remember my turtle outfit? That's why I was dressed up as a turtle.
Yeah, it was a very cute turtle. He didn't notice you?
No. I mean, my turtle costume is pretty bad. I mean, it didn't really look like a turtle. Yeah, I mean, I look more like a snail. I couldn't get the shell right on it. He didn't even notice.
Knock.
Man.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Feather. Look at this picture. Look at this picture on my phone. What does this look like to you?
Oh, that's a very nice lion you have.
Exactly.
You didn't steal that from the zoo, did you?
No, but he wandered off for a bit, so I'm going to go get him, and I'm going to. Oh. Leo here needs to talk to you about something. So he's going to talk to you, and I'm going to get this lion.
No, Betty, no, don't go,
I'll
Betty.
be back in a minute.
What did you want to talk to me about, Leo?
I just wanted to see how your ferrets were today.
I don't care. I hate those stupid little things.
Really?
Yeah. No, I like turtles. I mean, reptiles are cool in general, but I'm just stuck in this stupid mammal. Oh, you didn't hear about this, did you?
About the boa constrictor?
No. I 6 months ago, when we were doling out jobs, even though I know basically everything about turtles, and we have quite a few turtles here, for some reason I was relegated to the small mammals position because apparently I am very timid and I'm very approachable and kids would like me or something like that. So they're just like, oh, you'd be great with the small mammals and you could tell people mammal facts, and it's
well, why did they give it the Mao? Why did they put her in reptiles?
I think she paid them off or something. I don't know. I'm really suspicious.
That
But
bitch.
yeah, well, that's strong language. I don't like that language.
No,
But
I'm sorry. I don't normally talk that way.
no, that's fair. Anyway, yeah, I like reptiles. Yeah, I mean turtles, lizards are cool. I really actually enjoyed that gecko costume you had at that party that one time.
I'm gonna walk
Yeah,
by.
it was.
Walk. Sorry.
That was definitely my. I was going for a gecko. I was trying to be funny. I was trying to do the Geico gecko. That's what I was trying to go for.
Yeah, I kind of thought that it was pretty cool. I wanted to say something, but a lot of people around talking. And I mostly just stayed to myself. So
Yeah,
yeah.
well, it was a really awkward night. A bunch of people were asking for car insurance the whole night.
I'm gonna
That's
walk
very
by
funny.
and look at him for a second, and then walk over to the pole where the camera is, and pull the wire apart so it turns it off. And then I'm gonna look at him and go, "Ask him out already," and walk away.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, do you need
Betty?
help out of the park? I can show you the way.
I was looking to find where Betty went. That's what I was looking to get out. I think she left. That's it. Betty! Betty!
Cut. Well, I guess we know who's who in that relationship.
Betty, though.
I was gonna let that go until I got the goods, but
Yes.
No goods. No goods. Well, Betty Joe, surprisingly, your
Stole the
scene
nerve.
that was handed over. You have a white die to distribute. Where would you like that to go?
That has to go to Victor. You did.
Oh, thanks.
I threw him under the bus.
It'll go so well with my bad die.
That was great.
Nice.
I didn't expect you to abandon your own scene like that. That was wonderful. It was so perfect.
Here, you take care of this. I'm out. I like how John just kind of like sneaks in. He's like, I'm going to get this security camera taken care of.
Yeah.
So nonchalantly. Just like, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I progressed the story.
She wasn't going to turn it off. I'm going to take matters in my own hands. No problem. Hey, Leo, believe it or not, you get to set a scene, even though you just like pretty much had that whole one to yourself.
Let's do actually me, Feather, and Marty. Since
right.
he's doing some shady stuff with the security cameras, and I still need a good line replacement.
All right. And who would you like directing?
We'll put Betty Joe.
All right. All right. So we got Betty Joe directing our 7th scene. We have it set and action.
Marty! Wait up!
Yeah.
Wait up!
What?
Hey, so what's going on with the security cameras there?
Nothing. I was just checking to make sure they were working right. I mean, after the lion tiger escape fiasco, I wanted to make sure everything was good.
So
A lion escaped?
Yeah, you should have saw it. If I wasn't there, they would have both been dead.
Oh,
So,
that's very heroic of you.
I know.
So it didn't end well, though.
It
We
did.
now don't have a lion.
Well,
Marty kind of shot it.
not with a real gun. It was a tranquilizer dart. I mean, I'm sort of getting raw end of the stick here. I was just doing the best thing for everybody.
You know that Pedro was a very old lion.
Yeah.
His heart was weak. I mean, was due to give out anyways. Yeah, so Pedro's gone now. He's in kitty heaven.
Oh.
Rainbow Bridge.
So we kind of need a replacement lion.
Yeah. You got any ideas where we can get one of those?
Well, Betty was showing me a picture of her cat, which is a huge cat. I don't know if it's going to pass for a lion, though.
We'd have to keep it really far away. Or actually closer, and everybody will think it's really far away. So we need to put some kind of a scene in the background to make it look like it's all depth of perception, right? I think this will work.
Did you know? Did you know a Galapagos tortoise is approximately the same weight as a full-grown adult lion? So, I mean, I know that Mal has one tucked away. People barely even see the thing because it's kept in its little house. But we could put that out in the lion pen. It would have a free range to roam around. We just, you could just get some fur, and no one would tell the difference, I think.
Can you skin the other one and put it on the turtle?
Oh my God! No, we cannot skin Pedro. No.
Look, he's already dead, and we're sort of in a pickle here, right? I mean, sometimes drastic measures are what needs to be done here. Feather, you think you can do it?
I only handle small mammals, okay? And I don't even want to do that.
Think of it as a bigger small mammal.
What if we just go to the souvenir shop and get a whole bunch of the stuffed lions? Maybe we can pull all the stuffing out of them and use that as the fur. Not the stuffing,
but what you're doing here, Leo. You and Feather want to go have some time to put all this together. Gotcha.
What?
What? Yeah.
No.
Cut.
What's happening?
Oh, poor Leo. I'm
Always my
coming
job.
out. All right. So, well done, everybody. So Leo, you actually got a was that a red card I saw there, Betty Jo?
It was a red.
It was a red card.
Yeah.
Whom would you like to get that one?
Who does anybody have no dice still?
There you go.
I feel attacked.
There you go.
I felt it was coming to me regardless. But...
We need to get you some white dice.
Nah.
By the end, if you have reds and whites matching, that's where it's terrible. Let's give it to Feather Vesquette.
All right. Alrighty. So well done. Fun scene. We'll see what happens. Stuffing, putting it on the outside, the distance. I like the use of scale. That was very dramatic. Well done.
Just a bottle.
Let's not go to the zoo. It's a silly place. All right, so Feather Basket, your scene is up. You have some stuff going on. You have more animals. You need to still get even here at some point, potentially with Heather, or I should say Malrose. So
She took your job.
yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
That was
I
good.
actually I want to jump back in time.
Okay.
I want to jump back into the 6 months because I kind of want to know how that. I want to know the reason for all this. So let's jump back to the job interviews, essentially, or the placement, and so we can have Mal and I discussing what we want, and Betty Jo, or not Betty Jo, well Emily, if you could take the role of the park manager.
Okay.
Okay.
And just talk it out with us.
So-
Actually, why don't I also include Leo here? Because Leo runs the lions apparently, so we can just kind of get all of us in talking about the animals, what we want.
Okay.
And Marty, I guess, would be the director then.
Yeah, kind of doesn't have a choice now.
Yeah. Sorry, Marty.
All right.
Like it.
So you guys feel free to develop your roles a little bit. Like, remember, we're going back in time. How long have you been employed? How far back are we going here, Pep?
I went 6 months. Yeah, if you want to say it, like the zoo's been open longer, so it could just be that we have like a role shuffle every once in a while or something like that, just to
Okay.
keep things interesting. So just kind of deciding on the roles now.
All right. So that brings us to Act 1, Scene 8. I'm calling the scene Timey Wimey. So here we go.
Oh.
And action.
So, Mal, Feather, Leo, we need to talk about how we're doing the shuffle. Leo, I think it's already been decided that you're going to go take care of the lions for a while.
Yeah, I'm
That leaves
really
us-
excited. Can't wait.
And make sure you take special care of Pedro. He is the zoo favorite.
Everybody loves
So
Pedro.
that leaves us, yes, that leaves us with Feather and Mal. So we need somebody for the reptile house, and we need somebody for the small mammals. Feather, you're really good with kids.
Yeah.
Mal, you feel more. You feel cold to me. I'm sorry, but you do.
It's probably from the 10 years that I spent working at Gatorland in Florida. I am just intimately passionate and aware of the inner workings of reptiles. They speak to me.
Well,
Really?
that
What do they say?
doesn't seem relevant there. There's not even
Do we
gators.
have any gators here?
No, we don't even have gators. Why does that matter?
We want a gator, though.
We definitely need to get some
want it.
gators in here. What kind of zoo
want
doesn't
a
have
gator.
gators?
Gators
Absolutely.
eat turtles. What if one of the gators
Not
gets
if you
loose?
keep them in
It'll...
separate pens. I mean, it's like you don't even know what you're doing.
That's cruel. They all need to roam
So-
around together.
Feather, how many snakes have you handled?
Not a lot. My specialty is mostly terrapins. That's the scientific name for turtle.
How many Komodo dragons have you handled?
I've watched a lot of videos about Komodo dragons because they're pretty cool. They don't actually have
Eh.
wings, you know.
I have heard that, yes. Mal, how many snakes have you handled?
Well, I keep a few at home on a rotating basis. I kind of have a shared custody arrangement with a few friends, so they travel between our homes. But my favorite is her name is Jenny. She is now currently 10 feet long, pretty incredible. She's just a beautiful creature.
Okay, so
That seems
I think my
dangerous.
mind is made up that
But
Mal will
don't
have
we-
the reptile house.
Don't we
Yes.
only own like 3 garter snakes? Like
I
we
don't
don't even
know. Again, I
have.
have-
We are trying to grow the zoo and get more animals that are more exotic.
We have
I'm sure
no
I could
gators.
bring.
exotic.
I'm
No
sure
big
I could
snake.
bring in my snakes from
really
my personal collection to
Oh, really?
to
Okay, so
enjoy
what
some
position
time
do
at
you
the
want?
zoo.
You bring your snakes in, you can have any position that you want.
What?
I mean, obviously, I need to run the reptile house. I need to take very good care of my
Obviously.
snakes.
Obviously, yes.
Don't Heather.
What
don't
does
we
that
have,
leave for
like,
me?
20 different species of turtles here.
We have a couple turtles, yeah, with small ones and big ones, and I don't know turtles. So Feather, there's all kinds of small mammals.
Okay. All right.
Somehow that ended
Not sure
well
how that
for a
ended
feather.
okay for you.
I don't know if that ended well.
You
It
did a
ended
good
well
job.
for
It was really
someone.
good.
Wow. I totally did not
was
see
good.
the overqualification barrage that came with that. That was
No,
just, that was so good.
no, that was good. Now
10
it makes me
years.
look like a bad guy. I love it. No, I
Your-
have the
your
most
stunned
experience
look,
with
you're
one
like,
thing.
I've watched a lot of videos.
He did a holiday in Express.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So Feather, Pep, you got a white die for your troubles. So where would you like that to go?
I'm gonna give it to Heather. That was perfect.
That
It was a
great.
perfect stealing of my job. I love it.
Excellent. Well done. Well done. So coming in on the home stretch of Act 1 before the tilt when things get really crazy. So Malrose, we now know that you are super qualified, having worked in Gatorland.
To
Just
take care of our garter snakes.
take care of our garter snakes. What would you like your scene to be?
Oh man.
Let's get this smuggling thing going.
I know. I guess we have to go back to. I think we're back in current time. I think our smuggling business. We've been slowly getting these animals out of the zoo. Yes. Slowly getting our animals out of the zoo. In preparation for what I'm seeing is the inevitable closure of the zoo. And yeah, I have no idea what's going to happen. So let's find out.
Excellent. All right. So you and Marty are in it. Do you want anybody on standby or need a security guard? What do you need?
I actually think it would be interesting if Feather became aware of the operation.
Okay. So maybe halfway through or at some point, Feather just
Whenever
kinda
it feels
stumbles
right.
in? All right. Oh, maybe
It never
that's
feels right.
maybe that's how you can get payback. I like it. I like where we're headed. All right. So let's set the scene. Act 1, scene 9.
Wait, who's the director?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
I'm
kind
sorry.
of-
Victor. Victor's director.
Victor is director. All right. So let's begin. Action.
Okay, I got 6
All right,
boxes.
you got
of
this
snakes
one,
in
Marty.
my
It's really
basement.
heavy.
Yeah. The other ones. I mean, all we got left is these ones that are just grating, and I think they might be able to slip out. But maybe we'll put some cardboard on the sides, and that'll keep them in.
Yeah. I mean, we have to keep them. We have to keep them in. I mean, the whole purpose of this is to protect the snakes. I mean, I don't want them running around your house and slithering.
Well, they're in my basement, and last I checked, they can't go up steps.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Okay, so there's one more, and it's the big one, and it's this is my baby, and but I'm gonna bring it here because I can't bring it home right now. But she's huge. Are you ready?
I guess. I don't know how big. Can you wrap it around in this box right here?
Do you have an unused bathroom? Like, can we just take over the tub? She needs a lot of
Got a
space.
bathroom, but I sort of need it.
It'll be good. Perfect. We'll use the bathroom.
All right.
Lugging a giant snake
Now-
into your bathroom.
How long did you say we were going to keep these here at my house?
Well, just until we can find a new suitable zoo. I've gotten some word from another zookeeper that they want to kind of expand their collection, and my primary concern is making sure that we find a new home for these.
How are we going
snakes.
to how are we going to explain this the whole reptile portion of the zoo just sort of shutting down?
I mean, when I got there, all they had was garter snakes. I mean, I don't even think they're going to notice. We just need to,
I don't know. I usually don't spend a lot of time in
this
the
place
zoo.
is going away. They're fine. They don't even know. Nobody comes to the reptile house. Nobody loves reptiles or appreciates them like you do.
Well, it's getting dark. It's just a good time to move it. I got the dolly over there. Put the thing in the box here, and then I'll take it over across the street.
Perfect. Me putting a snake in a giant snake in a box. All right.
There's a snake in my
I
box.
sort of pull it back and open the doors and look around, make sure the lights that I turned out were out, and I know the cameras are off. And then I start wheeling it down the aisleway there.
Squeaky, squeaky.
No, I
Hi,
should warn you
Marty.
that
Squeaky, squeaky.
Hey,
Heather.
brother, how you doing?
Hey. Hi. I heard some turtle cries, and I was worried about them. So I figured maybe some animals got loose or something, and I needed to make sure the turtles were okay.
Animals get loose around here all the time. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, but
We're
the
good.
turtles
Okay.
are slow, so they can't defend themselves very well.
They're easy
I
to
think it's
catch.
time that I let you in on, I guess, a secret.
What?
So
What are you doing?
I know that you think that we can save the zoo, but we can't.
Oh yeah, for
The
sure.
zoo-
Oh, what?
No, we can't. We can't save the zoo. I mean, I don't have any money. You don't have any money. Hitchcock's money is long gone, and we have to save these animals. If we don't save these animals, they're just going to be, I don't know, bought up by the city and go where? Who knows? That's crazy. They're going to be put them in I don't know, send them to Australia or something stupid. So there's a zookeeper one county over that I've been talking to, and he's willing to take everything.
Everything,
Including
even the
us.
turtles?
100%, definitely all the turtles. And he's got more turtles. So many turtles. So they have turtle friends. So many turtle friends.
I have
Yeah, and
heard
I hear
that
they
turtle
got-
has quite a few zoos.
They got a little mammal area for you to work at too.
Well, they actually have so many
Cut.
turtles. I think they might need each other to run just the turtle exhibit.
Oh.
Oh,
It's that new
I think
Prince
it's an
song,
anal
When
night
Turtles
portrait.
Cry.
How's a turtle cry sound?
oh,
I've seen that video. They weren't crying now.
oh no.
Turtle,
What do you
if we
think,
take away
Heather?
one thing, that is definitely it.
I think he cut us.
Did he cut? I didn't see a cut. Perfect.
Yes, that
Oh,
was
Yeah,
yeah.
we cut.
Thank goodness.
All right.
Oh, you're such a troublemaker, John.
It is sort of my the way
Yeah,
I
he
go
can't
most of
help
the time.
He just likes to kick the bee's nest every now and then.
All the
All right.
time.
So Victor, what did you award for that one?
That was and
That was
okay.
a white? All right. So Mal Rose, you have a white die. Would you like to give that to somebody?
I'm going to give the white die to Feather because I think he's with me.
Absolutely. Until he stabs you in the back,
We'll see.
All right, so that brings us to Marty. Marty, you are the final act. You're the final scene in Act 1. That's what I'm trying to say. What are you envisioning for the cliffhanger, before we go here? What do you think?
I'm going to have a scene with Betty Joe, and we're going to be discussing what's really going on at the zoo.
All right. And who would you like to direct?
I would like Mal to direct,
Okay.
and I want to also have Feather visit Betty Joe in the middle of our conversation.
Man, Feather's just like, she's just conversation bombing, or he is just conversation bombing everywhere, all over the place.
Yeah.
You're the
I heard you were talking
interloper.
about something.
Well, I think there's a.
I like turtles too.
All right.
All right. So the scene is set. The actors are cast as we come into the last scene, scene 10, act 1, scene 10. Let me try this. I never used this thing, so this is fun. I actually had to take this off the wall in the media room. Who knew? All right. So whenever you're ready, action.
So Betty, I got a whole bunch of stuff in my basement,
Okay, what kind of stuff?
like a lot of snakes and stuff.
Why?
Because-
Why aren't the snakes and stuff in their cages?
Well, Mal's trying to tell me to take these things over to another zoo. She thinks the place is going to fail.
But it's definitely going to fail if you take the animals away.
I know, but here's what we're going to do. I think if we just fire her, get her fired.
Okay, we get her fired.
Yeah, then we'll take Feather.
Yeah.
Feather can run the place.
Feather can run the place?
Feather can run the reptile. He's always wanted to. You know it. I know
Okay.
it. And he could do a great job.
So we bring your snakes and stuff back to the zoo.
Yeah.
We get Mal fired.
Yes,
Or-
Mal is trying to sink the place.
Get her
She's got
out of the zoo.
She's got money in the multi-complex. I guarantee you.
And then we tell Feather he gets to run the reptile
Feather
house.
will love it. Yeah, and
You
I
think
can.
so? You think he'll like that?
I think he'll have all the kids there.
Okay. I never thought of him as a reptile house guy.
Now, I know they don't have an animal wrangler over at the other zoo, which is my expertise.
Yeah,
But,
you shot me.
Well, let's let bygones be bygones there. And I know you have an in with the manager, and I think maybe if we save the zoo here, there might be a little something in it
But
for me.
I showed you the picture of my cat, right?
Yeah.
You don't think he'll pass for a lion?
Let's just deal with the reptiles right now, one thing at a time.
Okay, well, how many stuffs do you have in your
I
basement?
don't know. My bathtub is just stuffed full of these things, and you might not know this, but they can go up the stairs.
What?
I know. I was shocked too, but I went home and damn, they were everywhere.
Hey, look, there's Feather now.
Hey, Feather.
Hello.
How you doing?
Did you know snakes can go upstairs?
I see you were going out to lunch, walking by the house. Come on over.
Yeah, actually, I have a secret I should tell you. I installed an app on my phone. It's a tracker app, and I was worried last night about the turtles. So I checked my tracker app, and apparently there's a turtle in your basement. Do you care to explain yourself?
Do turtles go upstairs?
You tracked every turtle?
No, a turtle cannot get up a staircase. No, never. That could never happen.
Okay.
I can verify. They're all down
So-
at the bottom.
Marty was just telling me that he has snakes and stuff, which I'm assuming stuff is turtles,
How would you like
in his basement.
to run the reptile house?
And he has a plan to get rid of Mal, but bring the snakes and stuff back to the zoo and
Yeah.
put you in charge of them.
And make it bigger and better than it ever was.
Okay, those last three things sound really great, but did you say you have turtles and snakes together? Are they locked up? Are they kept separate? Because turtles and snakes
no.
are natural enemies.
They're well, look, my job as an animal wrangler is not to know what gets along with what. So, I mean, you can go check it out. Here's the back door's unlocked.
Okay,
There's
yes,
some turtles in there.
Okay, I'm gonna go check on Philip. You two just do whatever you're doing. I'll be back.
Wait, is Philip the turtle?
Yeah. I named him Philip
So you're
because
in.
he's from the Philippines.
That
I don't
makes sense.
probably
Yes.
unless something has happened to Philip, and then I'm probably still in, but I'll be upset.
Okay, so you're gonna you both are gonna get these snakes and turtles and whatnot back to the zoo,
Well, not just yet.
And I'm going to go talk to the manager and get Mal kicked out.
We got to get Mal out before we take the reptiles back. She's going to know something's up.
That's probably true. He has a point, though. We should check the turtles.
Hey, are any of those snakes poisonous? Because one of them bit me.
Venomous. There's a difference.
Oh. Well, it hurts a lot.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, 50% of snakes are venomous.
It's the one that has all the little stripes on it.
I don't think it should be oozing like that.
Well, we might.
I had to look up snake facts.
I don't think it should be oozing like that. I like that. Hey,
that was
I think
poorly,
that's
right? There was a voice inside my head that was like, snakes aren't poisonous, they're venomous. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I love how Feather's all like, there's a difference, you know.
Marty's just a wrangler.
I don't have to know what gets along with what.
Marty's like an accidental animal handler.
Maybe like a retiree.
No idea what he's
tired of
doing.
working at Walmart. Is that
He
what
just
it
wants
is?
to shoot things. He just wants to shoot
I think he
things.
just walked into the zoo one day and they were like, "Oh, do you have any special skills?" He's like, "Oh, I can shoot things. Oh, with tranquilizers? Sure."
Looks like Betty Joe, apparently. All right. So Heather Malrose, sorry. What signal did you give? Was that a red? That was definitely a red.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right. And so Marty, who would you like to receive that?
Can we flip back over there so I can take a good look at where our distribution is? Oh my, Betty Joe.
Yeah, I knew that was coming to
I
me.
get a red there.
All right. So that actually makes that. All right. So we have reached the middle where we will do the tilt. So the tilt is where everything. If you've been playing along, this is where it gets funny. Because this is where all those best laid plans start to show their age. Now, Victor, you want to walk me through if I'm getting anything wrong?
So, how since you have our like kind of digital dice, we would technically roll all of our dice. So, are you with these digital dice able to do that?
So you tell me, do you all have dice available? Or if you don't have them within reach, I have set here I can roll. All right, so
I
I'll
should
roll.
have dice
Always have
pretty close
always have
by.
dice.
All right, so
All of my dice are downstairs. So it's a project.
I just need
all right.
Two
So Heather, you got a
different
5 and a 6.
and I got two.
Perfect.
Find another 6. Well, I'll use these.
You just need 2.
That's a 6.
Sure.
I have a feeling Heather will be running one of the tilts.
Yeah. And it's important. It's going to be important for Emily, myself, and Pep to have like 2 different colors.
Red and white.
All right.
All right.
So go ahead, you
Which
roll,
one's
and you
bad?
tell me what you get.
I have a. Oh, go ahead, Emily.
Okay. I have a 2 and a 6. And I'm going to say the 2 is white.
Okay. 2 is white and 6 is red. All right, next.
I have a 2 red, 6 white.
All right. Pep.
I have a 1 red and a 4 white.
Okay. Heather got a 5 and a 6 white. And John, you have 2 reds. What are they?
3 and 4.
Very average of you, sir. Very average. All right.
Not the best compliment.
I'll take it.
It's about as close as he's going to get, though. Let's be honest.
So, with our red and whites, we would take the difference of them, and I'm assuming we're probably none of us are going to beat this. What was it, red 7?
It's red. It's
Yeah.
white 11 and red 7.
Okay, so the two of you are going to, John and Heather then are going to be picking from the tilt. And so what you want to do is you're each going to use one of your dice, and pick like one of, say Heather's going to pick, let's say, her 5. And you're going to pick one of the headings, like one of the top level categories. So like, let's just say, for instance, use your 5 and you're going to pick paranoia. And then hopefully you're seeing the tilt table here. So then let's just say Marty uses his 3 and picks innocence. Then each of you are going to then use your other die to pick from the other person's table. So in my example here, Marty used a 3 for innocence. Heather already used her 5. So she would be using the 6 under paranoia.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So you're kind of each
Now our
picking...
options are either to do exactly what you said or the opposite of what you said.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
And what we're doing with this tilt is these are 2 elements that we are in the second half of our game here. We're going to try to incorporate this craziness and chaos into our scene somehow.
Okay.
All right. So I say, since Heather is both next in order and also the highest number, we'll let you pick first.
Well, I definitely think I want to pick paranoia.
What makes you
Let's
think
use my
that?
5.
Why? Why would you want to pick that? Why would you pick that?
This feels right.
All right. So paranoia gets rid of your 5. All right.
I am going to take my 3 and use innocence.
Wow. All right. So that leaves Heather with the 4 or the 6.
So I can use either the 4 or the 6?
Is that what you said, Victor?
No, you should be
Okay.
using her 6.
I can only use my 6.
You can only use your 6.
Right.
Okay.
So what's what is that? Well-meaning stranger intervenes.
And I have to use it on his, so I mean that is what it is, right?
Right. Yep.
All right. And then that means John's 4 is going to be under the paranoia, which is going to be a sudden reversal of what?
Let's do fortune. A fortune.
All right.
Hmm.
So at the tilt. So let's see.
Hey, usually when I end up playing this before, just to kind of mix it up a little bit. So like we've been doing Emily, myself, Pat, and so on. And Emily started. Typically what I like to do, like I said, to mix it up a little bit, is pick another person to be the start and then go like counterclockwise.
I can dig that. I can dig that. Does anybody need a 5-second break for any refreshments or anything before we get into the next 10 scenes real quick? Refills.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah,
I'm going to grab my
Oh,
bottle of
right,
sangria.
10 scenes. Okay, I'll get some water. Maybe I'll make some more green tea.
All right. So we'll be back in 10 seconds, and you can get to witness Pep's green tea hot chocolate mix from... Oh, it's disgusting. Meanwhile, I'll just sit here and vamp. How's that? How you guys doing out there? How's everything going? We're just chilling here. I'm just gonna look at the background here and kind of give that a quick tweak so that we have the roundabout going. Pretty exciting. Having fun. All right. Do 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 do. All right. Do 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 do. All right.
I'm definitely no sort of wine connoisseur,
Yeah.
but this stuff is pretty good.
Very nice. Sangria, just generic sangria.
So I think
Um,
you definitely just reiterated the first half of that sentence. No problem.
As a person who lives in Washington D.C., I'm a big fan of the wineries in Virginia. So I go pretty regularly, and I'm members of several of them. Miss them dearly at the moment.
Heck,
Wish I want my
you got
weekend
married
adventures
in
back.
one.
I did get married in one. This is the Wild Boar Cellars. Get my angle right. Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
Which is a winery called Stone Tower Winery in Virginia, which I'm a big fan of right now.
Ah. Well, this beauty came from the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair.
I have been to their winery in Mount Hope.
Yeah.
They do have a they do a really good one that works well for mulled wine. It's like a mulled wine mixture thing. It's yummy.
I really liked, actually had a bottle of their Concord. Like, really big fan of Concord grapes. And it was really good.
I think that's the only place I've ever had a Concord wine. Pretty interesting.
And if I run out of sangria, this is my backup.
You are, if you're planning to run out of sangria, you're all in tonight.
Well, I already drank most of the bottle in the previous day.
Well, don't call me tomorrow morning with that hangover. Oof.
Well, I'm following up my. I've been drinking IPA.
You're mixing
Hell
sangria
yeah.
and IPA?
Yeah, that's how I roll.
It's
Gil would be-
IPS.
Gil would be a little upset about that.
Who would?
Gil? Gil?
Oh yeah, Gilles.
Is Gil anti-IPA or anti-mixing?
No, he's very IPA.
Oh,
All right. Everybody back?
No, I'm not back yet.
No? Okay. Let me know when you are. Nice turtle vamp. Or terrapin vamp. We call it the terrapin.
I just thought it was a dance break.
It could be. It could be. We could totally do like a little ditty. That's fine.
We're not live during this, right?
Sure we are. Why would I turn it off? Come on. We always keep it running.
You know, I'm a big fan of turtles too.
Ah.
So can we discuss between each other how we might want to make these things go, or are we just going to do it on our scene?
I'm kind of happy to do whatever you want with if you want to kind of talk about the tilt and perhaps kind of what happened during the break that made your tilt happen. is usually what kind of goes on in the first round of scenes, right? Is kind of
Okay, yeah.
coming to
let's
grips
let it
with
play
that.
out.
Yes. One of my probably least fun sessions of Fiasco, we were trying to set the scenes between each scene. And it ended up being completely not fun by the end. None of it felt improv at all. And after that, we kind of reviewed the whole session, and we all were like, you know what? Next time, everything has to play out in the scene. Like improving it just brings out the fun and the chaos of this, right? Like this is supposed to just be chaotic, right?
Right. But the second half of this is supposed to be where everything just goes to hell, right?
Right. Kind of.
Yeah.
Not like it hasn't in scene one. First part.
Right. So the what's really going to happen in the in Act 2 is we now have to deal with Heather's paranoia and her sudden reversal of fortune. John's innocence with somebody well-meaning coming into things. Maybe a benefactor kind of comes in, whatever that takes, and we resolve that. Now, when you get dice this time, you keep it. So those dice will go towards what we call the aftermath table, which is kind of similar to the tilt table, and it kind of just tells you what happens to your characters. Now, generally speaking, do we actually use that? 50% of the time I've used it. The other half of the time I just say, John has 2 red dice. It ends very, very badly for Marty. And you kind of tell out what happens and you're unhappily ever after. It's kind of how we tend to wrap it up. That's how we've done it in the past, right, Victor? Rather than go with the aftermath table. Yeah,
it kind of depends on how you want to play out final scenes. Because the true way you're supposed to do is roll all your dice. You subtract the positive from the negative, and then there's a chart that kind of tells you how it plays out. And then it's just the final part of the game is just you giving this monologue of how it plays out. Now, I have seen in the second half, a lot of times people will, instead of setting the scene, they'll select the die and let everybody else say how the scene will go because they're trying to stack their dice. They're trying to stack them to be all positive or negative because they want their character to end, on a good note or bad note. But, I mean, most of the time, this game is about your characters are going to end up pretty terrible. So,
except for Turtle Boy down there. So don't forget there is the second option. We've pretty much, and that's pretty much how scene Act 1 goes. Is you set the scene and you do it and you let the director choose your outcome. Well, now you can choose your outcome and your director, and then they set the scene for you. So that's the 2 options that are available to you. So you don't feel that you're locked into one or the other. You can do whatever you'd like. So I randomly picked, while we were on break, I rolled a 5, big surprise. So that means John is going to take us out. Let's go this way. He's going to take us out, and then we're going to run in reverse order. So Marty's going to be up in the first scene, followed by Mal, and hence why we have the reverse biscuit I just whipped together real quick in the middle.
Now, Chris, we are supposed to still have the red and white dice from the first act. So we would still have, those for the final aftermath table if we don't use them.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right. So that means that in the pool's actually going to be important because we only have the same 10 dice that we started with. There is one more white than red in the pool right now. Once it updates, everybody will come back. But there's pretty much 6 white dice and 4 red at the moment.
Okay.
And kind of like how the initial setup of the game went, And this one would go, because we're going counterclockwise. So for Emily, the last die in the pool will actually then be, it could be a red or white die. It becomes a wild.
Completely wild number and die.
Right.
All right. So we'll hop back
Now,
to this
we don't
screen
want-
at the end. That way everybody can see it.
Do we keep the ones we had from the first scene?
Yep.
It's just the color. The only thing that
I
matters
had a
is
red
the
and a
color.
white.
Yeah, you'll re-roll
Yeah, I had a red
them
and a white
again.
as well.
I had red and white though. I didn't have two whites.
And Pep did too.
Yeah, same.
Really?
Ah,
I just hit undo. I didn't.
oh, weird.
I think what you these dice I thought you brought up were like our totals or something.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I
Only-
did roll a 1 and a 4.
All right. Okay, so that'll be correct in a second, but it still means we still have one more white die than red die though. That still stays
So-
the same.
I'm going to pick a director, and I'm going to pick an outcome, right? A red or
Yes.
a white.
You
And
still
then-
get to choose. You can still set the scene, or if you kind of really do care, like right now, since you have two reds, and let's say you want your character at the end of the story to be off really well, you'd probably like want to pick a red die.
Okay.
Or if you just don't care, you could set the scene.
All right, I'm gonna pick a white die, and I want to set the scene of myself and Betty Joe
Oh,
if you're
talking
gonna-
to.
So John,
Sorry.
Yeah, if you're
if
gonna
you
pick
pick
die,
the die, then you just
Right.
pick the director. They do
Oh.
everything else.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
tell
pick
you
a
what's
white
happening.
die, and I'll pick. I've already sort of thrown Mal under the bus. So how about Mal be the director?
That's a little meta. But I will say, Mal, that you can self-interject yourself into the scene if you see fit.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
But the scene is going to end well for Marty because he selected a white die.
Yes. All right, so you get to set the entire scene, Heather. What would you like?
I think that. I think that Marty is having a conversation with the with a not physically here in this room person who is going to be played by Victor, who is the a wealthy benefactor who wants to come in and take over the zoo.
Okay. Any other characters you want to add? Betty Joe, Feather?
I think that anybody else can feel free to jump in if they feel the spirit move them.
Okay. So it's been nighttime all along. Are we saying this is still going to be the same evening, or is it going to be
No, I
the
think
next
this is
day?
the next day. I think the benefactor is coming to the grounds to check it out. Has great plans for reforming Hitchcock's zoo into something great again.
There you go. All right, so we have the NPC played by Leo, and meeting with Marty Niagara, who during the tilt, innocence and well-being and well-meaning other person interacts on his behalf. So let's see if that actually happens in our next scene. And action.
So, Mr. Niagara, I need you to show me around the park here. I'm particularly interested in level space. I like to see as much level space as possible. Thinking about where we can put some parking lots.
Oh yeah. Well, over there, if you look out over the hilly spot there, on the other side of those hills, it's a lot of flat space. I mean, and we can walk over there. It's a long way over there, but yeah, I guarantee you there's flat stuff over there. And I think you can see, look, I mean, there's trees and there's animals and there's all the stuff that you're looking for.
No, not really cared about the trees at all. I'm kind of looking about, how we can kind of level this place, really. So large parking lot is what I'm looking for right now. And, I mean, I guess the hills we could level off, take the hills, put them in the pit area, I guess. Well, I'm thinking about really turning this place around here.
I mean, Mr. Hitchcock. Did you know Mr. Hitchcock? He was a great guy. I mean, sort of a mentor to me, really. And
I mean, I've heard of him. The park's been owned for generations, but they've been kind of running it into a hole.
Well, yeah, but that's just because we're revamping some stuff here, and I like the idea of making the parking lot bigger for more cars. I mean, I feel once we get this all up and running again, but like over here, if you look at the lizard place, the reptile.
Let me stop you right there, Mr. Niagara. I think we have a communication breakdown here.
Oh yeah.
I want to level the park, as in.
You think people are just not comfortable walking up and down hills and stuff? You mean, and just start the whole park over again from scratch? I like it. Oh, you.
No. Like, as in, no zoo, large buildings, shopping center, commerce, money. We need to take this piece of property, and it needs to make money. So, how do we do that?
Okay, I think I'm on the same page with you now. So inside this big shopping mall, you're going to have this zoo area where we can put all the animals so people can come and shop and also see all the animals. This is a whole new concept. I really think you're in. I'm in with you here.
You know what, Mr. Niagara? Yeah. That is not at all what I was thinking. But let me tell you what.
Yeah.
You are onto something. A shopping center that's a zoo.
Cut. It's called Mall of
Malls
America.
are already zoos.
Nicely done.
That was great.
All right.
Cool.
So John takes the white one on that. Well done. So that brings us up to
people
Mount
don't like
Road.
walking up hills.
Yeah, well.
Oh.
Hills are such a bother. All right, so Mal is now up to, you can either set a scene, or you could perhaps you can also decide to take a die and kind of seal your fate a little bit.
I think I want to set a scene.
All right.
I think I want to learn more about what all the various animal keepers feel about the new plans for the zoo.
All right. So who all you want in there?
I think this is Leo, Feather, and Mal.
All right. And your director will be?
Betty Joe /
right.
Emily.
/ Emily. You got it. All right.
So this is the same before. I'm gonna flash a color at some point in time and then call cut.
Yep.
Who is this?
Yep.
Those three.
Okay.
All right. So here we are, Act 2, Scene 2, starring Mal Rose, directed by Betty Jo. Take it away.
So I wasn't expecting this. I was positive that the zoo was going down, and now this new guy comes out of nowhere, and they want to turn it into like a mall / zoo. Like, I don't even know what to do right now.
I don't think there'll be enough room for the turtles and other animals in this mall zoo. They're going to be in little aquariums, I bet. Some turtles don't even swim.
Yeah, they won't have as much space to move around, but like, the good thing is we'll still have our jobs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing, right?
And for now,
What are the tigers doing? Is it a petting zoo?
Well, I mean, they'll just put them in like a glass cubicle or something. I mean, whatever. They're animals. I mean, they'll be fine.
Heather, you seem so convinced that we're still going to have our jobs.
I mean,
yeah, I don't.
We'll have to watch the animals.
Yeah, maybe, but who's to say that the animals don't just get shipped out once this doesn't work? I mean, who wants to see animals at a mall? They're not going to pay to go into the mall. So how are they paying us? Are they paying us to watch over paintings? Because that's all these animals are if they're at a mall, you know? I don't get it. You know, people aren't going to buy snacks. You can't feed the animals.
There'll be a food court. They'll have a food court.
They're going to feed the turtles French fries.
I mean, do I go and do I get the snakes back and bring them back, or you know, potentially?
Wait a minute. Where are the snakes? What do you mean get them back? Where did they go? Aren't they?
I've been keeping them somewhere. I've been keeping them somewhere safe because I was worried that they'd be, you know, sold off by the zoo. But now that maybe the zoo's going to be okay, I guess maybe, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I should bring the animals back, and you know.
So hold up. Are you saying that the animals are not currently in the zoo?
They're pretty close to the zoo.
They are very close to the zoo. They are very close.
Are they on this side of the fence or the other side of the fence?
The other side. They are on the other side.
Are they running around are they just running around everywhere? Where are they at?
No!
Listen.
They're just at Marty's house.
No!
Neither turtles nor snakes can run.
I mean, they're like in Marty's basement, and I was like keeping them safe there.
What?
What do
you want me to do? Want me to risk having someone come in and just like take them all away from us and like ship them off to like you know, other malls? Apparently this is a new thing.
I mean,
at least they're here with us.
I don't really want to see the sequel to Snakes on a Plane, okay? Snakes in a Mall does not work. Samuel L. Jackson costs way too much.
Oh, the moment when Heather realized that she didn't tell Victor.
I was like, wait a minute. I don't think Leo knows all this information.
No.
Yeah.
That's great.
They're nearby. It's fine. It's fine. Oh. So Betty Jo gave you a red on that one. All right.
Yeah, that feels right.
Go well.
That's fair. That's fair. So we are back. So Feather Basket, you are next up here, and
I really feel like Feather Basket one of the vowels should have like a line over it.
I don't have that ability in this font. Sorry.
You should have something for it.
I think all of the vowels should have lines over them.
Old age or whatever they are.
Put one over the R.
At least one of them should have a line under it.
Yeah.
I'm an American. I don't know.
Can I just
Feather
make the
Basket.
last? I'll just make the last E in Basket like a schwa. I'll just do that. Never understood what
What's
the
a
heck a
schwa?
schwa was, but
Like
All
a
right.
tilde?
sounds fancy.
It is. The upside down little E. It's supposed to sound like something.
Gotcha.
What are you thinking?
So I will set John as the director. I feel like John hasn't directed a ton. And I'm going to do a scene with Leo, directly following the scene that just happened, essentially. Like, as soon as we kind of part ways to figure it out on our own, I'm going to do a little aside with Leo. And Betty Jo maybe can come in at some point if necessary.
All right. Sounds good. So there we have it. This is going to be scene, I want to say 11. So Act 2, Scene 11. Take it away.
So, Leo, that's this is some heavy stuff.
Did you know about this?
Yeah, not for very long. I just learned last night. It's all going sideways fast, I think. But listen, I feel you seem like a really trustworthy person to me. I feel like I can trust you, you know? You seem like you're honest. Like, if there was something that you wanted to tell me, you would just tell me. So I like, you just seem like a very forthcoming and honest person.
I mean, whatever. You can trust me, Feather.
Yeah. Okay.
Trust
Good.
me.
So I have a plan. I don't like the zoo idea. I don't like the zoo idea at all. The mall zoo. Like, that's nonsense.
Okay.
But I think we should go with Mal's original plan of getting the animals out to a different zoo.
Well, but where are we gonna where are we gonna go?
You know, there's lots of other things we can do in life. We don't have to be zookeepers. You know, we could be accountants or the person who teaches people how to swim with turtles. You know, whichever. Maybe you could become probably the second one, I think. But,
are you able to do that, like, locally, like nearby?
I mean, maybe it depends. We don't really have a lot of turtles in the natural habitat here, but maybe we will soon. Wink.
How are we gonna get all the turtles around here? I mean, there's not much.
Well,
there's not much water around here in St. Louis. That there's gonna be random turtles that you can swim with.
Well, listen, I have a plan. Just what I need you to do is, when Mal clearly is going to bring up this plan again to get the animals out to the other zoo, I just need you to just go along with her. You know, this all sounds great. We'll all agree that this is what's going to happen, and you know, maybe things will turn out a little different.
Does she have an idea of which zoo they're going to?
Yeah, I forget the name. It doesn't matter. So.
Hey,
Well, better.
Hey, Feather.
It better not be McGraw's.
Feather,
Like,
Leo, I found this turtle in my backyard.
You found Philip?
This is one of yours? I don't know. He looks like a Philip. Maybe.
Oh.
That's,
He has
Betty,
3 red spots on the back and 2 green spots on the front, right?
1, 2. I can't tell if that's a spot, and I'm not touching it.
Betty, you know that's a snail, right? That's.
Well, I always like to say.
For a turtle.
I always like to say snails are like nature's turtle, but how big is this snail that you mixed it up with the turtle? Let me see this thing.
Feather, does Betty know about the plan?
I don't even remember this. Yes, Betty knows. Betty knows. At least part of it. Oh.
Yeah,
I feel like she may be a little tornado warning going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's wrong with the power in the park. Yeah, I saw the security cameras seemed like the lights kept blinking on and off, and
Yeah, what's
I
going
don't
on?
know
This
what's
place
going
is
on with
going
that.
crap.
Yeah.
Go turn my computer off.
I mean, I did hear that there was some sort of a bad weather warning coming, so
Oh
maybe
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that's
this is
just
nuts.
a local thing. Anyway, Betty Joe, yeah, so
Good turn computers off and stuff.
how do you feel about this whole thing? Have you
About
heard
the
about
mall?
the mall? Yeah.
There's been rumors about a mall.
What's going on with the lights in this park?
Yeah.
This place is going to hell.
Yeah, we're
Yeah, I mean,
probably
I know
gonna
we're
lose
a little
power
late on the
real
bills,
soon.
but they don't need to cut our power.
I think
You know,
now's
I
the
think
time to
that's how
cut.
Marty has been like messing with stuff around the park. He's been
We're
like
gonna,
pulling
we're gonna
plugs and
cut.
stuff.
We'll cut.
Hold on, to keep this going.
they're on battery backups.
We are.
We can still see your faces in the light of the screens.
That's just oh my goodness.
This just turned
There's
into
actually
some, like,
a tornado
Blair Witch.
warning going on right now. It's iron.
Oh, is that what that noise is?
No, that's the battery backup.
Oh,
Well,
I thought there was
there's battery
I thought that
backup and the tornado sirens going on too.
Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't
Where
know
are
you
you
lived near a
guys?
tornado siren.
Yeah, we're in Indiana,
Are there
southeastern
tornadoes
Indiana.
in April?
How close is it? Like,
Apparently.
are you in danger right now?
I don't know.
We're still
There's
in
just
character.
severe weather.
No.
Betty Joe's fine. Betty
You know,
Joe's loving
it's
this mall
statistically
idea.
unlikely for turtles to ever be picked up by a tornado.
Especially if they look like snails.
They're top heavy, so it keeps them level.
I'm so glad that Betty Joe's running this place and doesn't even know what a turtle looks like.
Oh, this is interesting.
This is
Great.
straight up Blair Witch Zoo.
Just get the flashlights going.
We need to be like this. Be like, can anybody see me? I'm scared.
Oh crap! Severe
Oh.
thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located about 15 minutes from here.
Wow.
Oh,
Great.
oh wow.
That's pretty close. Pretty scary.
Yeah, I think maybe we need to get off.
I think so.
Wait, where
Okay.
are you in your house? Are you in a basement or upstairs?
We're in the
we're in the
basement,
basement.
luckily, yeah.
Yeah.
Seems
You're in the
like
right place,
safest
at least.
Well,
Did,
yeah,
Is my computer turned off?
yeah, everything's good. We got about 10 minutes on battery backup.
There you go.
The problem is.
Let's do this.
Where's Tommy?
Huh? He's
Where's
right
Tommy?
there.
Oh.
Let's go. Let's keep going
All right.
until we get kicked off.
All right.
All right.
Wait,
So
That's
One of two things is going to happen. If you see the house fly apart, you're out. And if you see
the safe word is anti-M. That's the safe word. All right.
Ah.
All right. So we're up to Victor. Victor, you can set or give away your scene. Let's at least finish one round.
I'll set the scene, and
Your director.
let's go with let's have Marty in the scene. Since Marty was talking with like the guy that's buying the place out, so we're gonna have Marty in the scene. I'll be in the scene, and then we'll have Betty Joe's doppelganger there.
All right.
You're officially in the scene.
And your director.
We'll have Mal directing.
All right. All right. Act 2, scene 14, go.
So Marty, what did this guy say about this new zoo? Is he going to keep us all working? Are we going to have our jobs?
I mean, I assume we will. Yeah. I mean, somebody's got to run the place.
So it sounds to me that the three of us and Feather and Mal all have some knowledge about these animals in your house,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
what's the plan? I'm confused. Are we going to go with this new mall zoo, or are we going to go to and sell these animals to some other zoo? What's going on?
You know, I like the whole mall zoo thing. I mean, think about it. Kids come in, they get some ice cream at the food court. They walk over, see a couple cats and turtles and stuff, and then they can go out and buy stuff too. And maybe we can put like some stuff like little Ferris wheel and maybe some places they can play and stuff. I mean, it wasn't doing anything before. I mean, you know, ever since Hitchcock died, the places went to crap.
Yeah,
This
see,
would be great. This would be a great opportunity for all of us.
I like the idea. I mean, it sounds like Feather and Mal though they don't want to do this. They want to get the animals out of the zoo.
I think Feather would love it. I mean, he'd run the whole.
Just tell Feather we're going to put him in charge of the turtles, and he'll be in.
Yeah.
I think Feather is truly Team Turtle. Like, he wants the best for the turtle. Not
Which
like
would be him being in charge.
The little things with the rounded shell, those are not turtles.
Oh, the big ones. The big ones you can put fur on. They look like tigers. You know what I'm talking about. The big turtles. You got a backup turtle.
Over there.
I mean, I think he really wants like the turtles to have like a good life. So I don't think he wants them in like some sort of aquarium in a mall. Like, I don't know. I mean, I want Feather to stay around for the new mall, but I think he wants to get them to the other zoo where they can roam around.
Look, you've been to the reptile house. I mean, hell, they were in little things already. What the hell difference is there in a mall?
Right.
Well, if they're in a mall or if they're in a reptile house, what's the difference? Their world is 2 foot by 2 foot.
In the mall. Problem
That's
solved.
what I'm saying. Like, they're already in a small space.
Gang cut. I don't know. Somehow that went well for you, Leo. Falute.
Well, yeah, it went well. We're gonna do this mall thing. I'm gonna keep my job.
All right, Betty Joe. What are we doing?
Oh, okay. I don't know. John's shining a light in my eyes.
Spotlight.
What dice do we? What dice
You
do we
have
have
an
left?
equal
Are there any
number
white
of
dice?
each, and Uh-oh.
This computer's gonna die. Isn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna suddenly drop off here, but go ahead.
Okay, so
Hey,
I
cut.
want to take a white die, and I want to make Victor the director.
All right. We got our scene, and we are going to go
Done it.
back. Let's roll.
Victor's the director.
All right, Victor, go ahead. And action.
Well, no. What's the scene, Victor?
Hey,
Oh.
what?
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah, Victor's the directing, and I
oh,
took a
you're
white die.
completely directing. Oh, my B.
I was typing in the chat.
Wake up, Victor.
So I just want to see Betty Joe and Marty in the scene, and they're going to be talking about like what they're going to do with the animals. Like, I feel like there's this big divide now of get the animals out or keep the animals. So I want to see what happens with what Betty and Marty are thinking. Like, how are they going to keep the animals?
All right. And whenever you're ready.
So I know you've taken some animals out already. I found a turtle in my backyard.
Yeah.
A snail, I mean.
Yeah.
So how do we get the animals back to make this mall work?
Oh, I wanted to let you know before I answer you that this thing's my arm's better now. I didn't go to the doctor. I thought I'd take the risk, and it's fine.
Okay.
So, how are they going to get them?
Yeah, I don't care about your arm.
I do. Look at it.
Yeah, it's kind of gross still, and it smells.
I'm just saying it's safe. They're not poisonous.
Venomous.
Oh, okay. So we'll put them in the boxes.
Don't lick them either, just in case, though.
We'll put them in the boxes that I put them in the first time, and then we'll move them to the mall.
Can you get Mal on our side to go with this plan?
I don't think Mile wants to do this.
Well, we'll just fire her then. I can talk to the board
Look,
of
the new
directors.
guy's going to be the one hiring everybody when he owns the
So
mall.
you got a rapport with him then, right?
He seems like a nice guy, yeah.
So you can get her fired, and we'll just put Feather in charge of everything.
I do think we do have a problem, though. I can't keep them in my house while they build a mall. That's a long time thing.
So nobody planned for that.
Yeah, so maybe we let Mall take. No, we can't do that either.
Because she won't bring them back.
Whoa! This is an emergency zoo broadcast. We have a tornado warning in effect.
Son of a.
Evacuate the park as soon as possible.
This could be good. It'll flatten the whole park. It'll save tons of time.
But the animals there's still a problem here.
We only really need the reptile area. We don't have anybody else to run the rest of it.
Tiger. What about the tiger?
Yeah. I don't know. You keep it at your house.
Cut.
All right. So we're going to abbreviate this ending and not do the last lap just because, I don't want your house to blow away or your computer to die. So we'll kind of go around and we'll abbreviate this. So let's call back to the main screen real quick. So what's up, Pep?
Well, we could just do like everybody in the scene kind of thing with you directing for the last one or something like that.
I like that. So let's
just to like finish off the story.
Right, and let's try to wrap it up just using the dice that are kind of on your character. So most of you are kind of like in the middle, leaning good. Some of you are leaning bad. Marty, Feather, and let's kind of see what happens. So we are at the employee meeting where the sale is being announced. Fast forward that the next day, and Filibuster Gold has decided to buy the whole shebang, and he's going to buy it. And none of you know what's about to happen. And you're all kind of meeting there, waiting to hear from him. So you're all kind of mulling around, drinking your Coca-Cola, and...
Are you filibuster?
I can be if need be, but this is kind of before the announcement.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and let's put Leo and Mal together first. You guys were first to arrive to the party, and the rest of you just filter in. And let's go.
What do you think's going to happen, Mal? Are they actually going to do this? Are they going to do the mall?
They're going to do it. They're going to do it, Leo, and it's terrible. And I think I just need to go get my snakes. I think I need to get my snakes, and I think I need to just get out of here. Like, I can't put them through this. It's terrible.
Where are you going to get them from?
Well, they're still in Marty's basement, so I guess I just have to go, I don't know, sneak in?
So, you didn't know. They're not in Marty's house anymore.
Where are my snakes, Leo?
They we kind of moved them.
You moved my snakes?
Well, the lion pen was empty, and it's a big pit. So we wanted them in the park, and Leo wanted them out of his house. So we just put all the snakes in the lion pit with the turtles.
Did I hear turtles?
Hey Feather, you got in here. So yeah, I mean, I was just telling Mal about where all the snakes and turtles are.
I was wondering that myself.
No.
You let the lion keeper put snakes and turtles together? It's like he doesn't even know what he's doing.
I mean, there's no
Listen,
lion right now, and we need a spot for them. So we put all the snakes in the lion pit.
Yeah, I thought that was the plan, but I went there and there's no snakes or lions or any. All the animals seem to be gone, and I can't find Marty or Betty Joe.
The snakes are gone. They're not even. They're not in the lion pit either.
No, everything's gone. I was coming to the party, and I just stopped to check on the turtles, and there's no turtles. There's a snail. They left a snail because God knows why we need a snail.
Did Betty and Marty just bail on us? Did they just leave?
I think
They
might
steal
have.
all the animals.
This is so. Marty had this idea for the zoo.
They just split with all of the animals.
I don't know what to
Hi,
do.
boys and girls. How are we doing tonight? I see you're all turned out for the big announcement today. How are things going?
Hello,
Great.
Philip. Was it
Oh.
Philip Buster?
Yeah, it was Filibuster Gold is my name. Yeah. So you know, last time I was here, I talked to some guy named Marty, and he had this great idea, and you know, I finally went out and I got some investors, and I'm really excited to see what we can do. You know, I'm really hoping later that you guys can kind of take me around and show me all the animals that you think, you know, we could put in the zoo. Now, we probably won't be able to keep the lion or anything. We'll find a good home for that, or the tiger. But, you know, we can definitely keep a lot of smaller animals in there. So hopefully, you know, you guys have some great thoughts and ideas as to who we can use. But so think on that. I got to go mingle a little bit, so I'll be back in a minute or two. All right. So have fun, guys. Enjoy the party, and I'll talk to you at the end of the night.
What are we gonna do? There's no
Have
animals.
the best interest of the animals at heart.
No. I think Marty and Betty had money in their mind. They don't care about the animals at all. They just want to pay.
Does Philip even know that the animals are missing?
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does.
So where are Marty and Betty?
I think they're gone. They just split like randomly. They just left.
I'm gonna try calling them.
This is the operator. Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
They disconnected their number. I think we've been swindled. I thought Marty didn't seem like a real animal, whatever he was, wrangler? What even is an animal wrangler? Is that a real job?
That's why they had the big moving truck. There's a big moving truck outside of their house.
All right.
I love that they're just frozen.
Yeah.
I kind of felt.
That's why I threw them under the bus. I'm like, if they can't be here, we might as well blame them.
No, I think you guys were fine with that. That worked out great. So,
Right.
I've never had a game of Fiasco just become such a fiasco.
that was intense.
Never had a tornado in the middle of a fiasco?
It's intense. I didn't even know they lived in tornado country. That's
I didn't know tornadoes happen in April.
Well, now you know. Now you know.
Yeah.
So there's our rather interesting game of Fiasco. So what do you guys think? Like, how do you feel the outcome for your characters went? We'll start with you, Victor.
Terrible. Like the only things that Leo cared about was trying to be close to Feather, and he didn't really care about the job that he had. Just the fact that he had a job near Feather was what mattered. And now he doesn't have that. Because there's no animals. So this do thing's not going to work. Feather's going to go be with the turtles, but Leo won't move. Leo won't move away from the area. So he doesn't know.
Nice.
He's going to be quarantined.
Self-quarantine. Feather, what about you? What's your outcome?
Feather feels very betrayed because Feather was intending to betray Mal and say that they were going to ship the animals and then sneak off with the turtles himself, maybe even release her snakes to be spiteful and get back at her. But now that's not going to work, and I don't have turtles anymore. I have nothing. So Feather's pretty upset about it all too.
Fair enough. But no intention of returning Leo's affection at all.
I was gonna go there if the game had a little bit more time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no. Maybe in the future.
I like how you kept playing
Maybe
it down. You're like, whatever. Like, I'm gonna go do my thing. You do your thing. Like he's trying to give you the.
That's
door,
always
like,
my
Where you
favorite.
going? I'll go with you. I promise.
That's always my favorite relationships in TV, where like someone is very obviously flirting with someone else, and the other person just like, oh, that does sound like fun. Like, let's
Yeah,
invite
the
other
Ross and
people,
Rachel.
and like,
Yep.
it's just like, yeah, it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, and Heather, what about Melrose? Like this, her poor snake is totally gone. All her pets that she put in the zoo are no longer hers, and they're gone. Shared custody agreements
Mal
be
is
damned.
pretty upset about the loss of her personal snake Jenny, and is now on a cross-country journey from zoo to zoo, hunting Marty and Betty Joe and looking for Jenny.
I think there's a whole
I just
nother
realized-
Fiasco game there.
Yeah, we could almost do a sequel. I forgot that I said I put trackers in the turtles, so I
Dude,
could
that
find
was
those turtles.
awesome. You showed up when you
That
You
would
can find
be-
those
that would be
guys.
cool.
Feather and
Find
Mal,
them.
in a rare twist of events, become
We team
buddy,
up.
a buddy film.
buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We put all our differences behind us, and we agree that we're gonna have our own zoo that's only reptiles.
Just
You
snakes
handle
and
everything
turtles.
non-turtle. Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty. You know what? That's a pretty cool idea. I've never even thought of like. It's kind of neat for a Fiasco to have like a part 2.
Yeah, can we call it like?
You could almost do it like as a
Turtles?
heist one.
Yeah, it's
And
kind of cool.
You probably have to custom create it a little or modify the heist one, but yeah, because there is a heist one, right? Because that's kind of what
There-
happened.
There's so many crazy over the top scenarios. Like
Oh yeah,
you could definitely put some crazy stuff in there.
you could totally make like a cannonball run one.
This was great, guys. I've literally had this book in my collection for a very long time, and have never cracked it open. So, thank you for giving me an excuse to finally opening this book and figuring this game out.
It's a lot of fun, and you know I think the improv side of it makes it very interesting because it's not full role play. You don't have to be in that moment the whole time. You can kind of hop around and have some fun, which.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's mechanics and there's dice, but it's not like, as restrictive as a lot of other role playing games where there's, a ton of rules about how that stuff has to go down.
Exactly.
I really think
Yeah,
that
breaking
when
the
they
scenes up
decided
is
to-
cool.
When they decided to revamp the game and switch it to cards instead of dice, I really think that they decided to get rid of the dice because they created a little bit of like confusion about like, wait a minute, so I'm supposed to give away the die, and then what does that mean? And really, truly, the real purpose of the dice really is just to set up the game in my mind, and to just give you that variance. Like, what's the whole thing about like you can have a lot of creativity if you restrain like the
Right.
rules of something, right? So you have like restrained down to what you can do in the game, and then you have to build a creativity out of that. So, this is it's a lot of fun, and it's just the best part of it is just go with the moment, right? Like the whole thing of improv is you never say no. You just go with whatever people are saying.
Especially when
Yes,
somebody's trying
and-
to tell you that a cat is a lion.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big cat.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, I really like the idea that you can kind of get people to go in a direction you're trying to go, but because it's improv, of course, people are going to spin it around, and like because it is improv, like Mal said, the yes and thing, you really have to go with whatever people say, and if we did that for the entire thing, like if it was 2 hours of us nonstop talking and we had to do that, I think that would actually be torture. Like if I
Right.
constantly had to do everything everyone was telling me to do for 2 hours straight, but because it has those like individualized scenes, someone will like direct you at first, and then you kind of get to direct yourself and do a little bit more where you're going, and it works out really nice that way.
Yeah, and everybody gets that moment, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it tends to focus around one or two people, right? But everybody does kind of get their moments. Yeah.
Unless it's Betty Jo's scene and it's her scene, and then she's like, "And I'm backing out."
I love
but that's
that.
exactly what would happen in real life, right? She'd like put you two together
Right.
and then walk away. So that works.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, everybody, for hanging out. Even I mean, come on, bitter end. We had the Detmers here until the literal end, and it kind of worked out. And we just blamed it all on them, so that's fine.
Yeah. It's the easiest thing,
Did you
I
like
hope they're okay.
Yeah.
Yes, right. I think it actually worked really well for just that kind of how our chaotic story ended, right? Like,
Yeah, we needed to tie a bow on that, and I think where are the animals needed to be answered. Maybe in a future episode.
it was
All right.
fun.
Well, I'm going to let you guys go. It's getting a little late. Thank you so much. Heather, this was a blast. I had a fun.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad you came. And,
Thanks for inviting me to play.
yeah, this was great. You too, Pep? Pep always says yes. Do you want to talk about somebody who always says yes? It's always Pep. And you too, Victor. We get to maybe play some Kids on Bikes tomorrow night, but we'll kind of.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was doing that too.
Yeah. That's only a 4-week run. But we're not recording that. Don't worry. That's just going to be fun.
I tell you what.
That's not.
Just
not going into not going into some details and stuff, but I told you, Chris, separately. Like, boy, I needed this. I need some gaming with some people, gaming with some friends.
Well, I'm glad we got it helps to kind of get out, right? Like you kind of mentally gets you out.
Right.
Cool. Well, good.
I'm always
building
game
our
to
actual
game,
character
so.
too, right? Yeah.
Always game to game. I made it. We can
Always game
do
to
a code
game.
names. We can have some fun. Do it more often. So, all right, everybody. I am gonna kill the stream. You are dying. We are going to shut you off and say good night. So say good night, people. Good night, people.
Good night,
Good
people.
night, people.
I enjoy the show.